queue is empty.
Queue is empty. The story of my life.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have a cream of the week this week. I actually thought about it. Technically, I have two, but one is low hanging fruit.
I have one. Let's go to Q-Stick on the Twitch. Q-Stick on the Twitch.
Q-Stick on a Twitch. And, ooh, I am overdriving my mic. Let's turn that back just a smidgen.
Right. We're live. Well, okay, hold on. Settle down. First, we gotta listen to the pigs. Get all riled up in the pan. Then we gotta watch that dude perfectly cook the bacon and then proceed to just keep fucking frying
ruin it.
Looks so good. And he's like, hey, about 10 fucking more minutes on this shit. Let's just absolutely destroy it. Which one? When are we playing our ad?
All right, you want to do it as soon as right before we start. Like, I'll leave it at the starting soon at the 0 o'clock, and see when it hits 0 o'clock. I'll tell you to go ahead and start the stream or start the ad.
Do we have anyone in here yet?
Yeah, we have 5 people in here so far.
Who is here?
Let's see. If you're in the chat, give us a shout out. Ooh, Rabble, just Rabble with a 7-month subscription.
Look at him, Rabble the Dabble. It's episode 100, part 1, baby. Part 1 of 200.
Yeah, part 1 of probably 3.
The next 100 episodes are just us going to be... We start on episode 4. We never have a 1, 2, or 3. And then from 100 on, everything is just episode 100 part. Just keep going with it. An episode 100, part 7.
Ooh, that's going to be amazing. So while we're waiting,
chat?
I've been looking at all the analytics for all of the classic Pigs Pod I've been opening or been sharing.
Yeah. YouTubes?
On the YouTubes, if you go to YouTube and search for Q-Stick Simpson, or excuse me, Q-Stick TV, you can go to our Pigs Pod Classics, which is all of our older episodes. Master Beta is our number 1 most viewed video.
It's a good name. Master Beta. Can you type in Master Beta on YouTube? Pamela and Tommy promo. That's the first thing that comes up. All right.
I'll take it.
There's a Master Beta.
Master Betas. All right.
Master Beta Pig Pod. Let's try that. Nope. There it is. Down a little bit. Original videos from years ago.
Yeah, some of the old videos are rough.
I love that the thumbnail is
you like that?
you in the clan suit on that one.
I love that.
It's Halo 5 beta information and then you in the clan suit wearing sunglasses.
With 0 context.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's see. We'll go to analytics.
Definitely no comments. Perfect.
as it should. Let's see.
Look at that. Pull that bacon off. Get it off.
Yeah, it should be done right now.
It's perfect. It's perfect. That's going to be so fucking good. Get it off of there.
Oh.
Come on. Oh,
actually,
it just keeps going.
Master Beta is tied with episode 93.
93?
Mm-hmm.
What's that one?
I don't know. It's just one of our ones. That's one of our recent videos.
Q-Stick TV on the YouTube. Go look here. Yeah. All kinds of episodes up there now.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to stay on top of it. All right. We got about 20 seconds until you want to run the ad. Just so everybody can enjoy.
We need to edit this video and just pretend that he never fucking did that. Never took it.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Run the ad.
Roll the
Do you
pigs
struggle
ad.
with getting a good night's sleep? Do you find yourself tossing and turning, or waking up feeling groggy and unrefreshed? Introducing Podtacular, the breakthrough new sleep medicine that will help you finally get the rest you deserve. Podtacular is a unique combination of natural and clinically boring hosts that work together to promote instantly falling asleep. Unlike other sleep aids that can leave you feeling drowsy and sluggish the next day, Podtacular helps you wake up feeling refreshed and energized because it will be the best sleep you've ever had. And with their fast-acting formula, you'll be able to fall asleep quicker than you can say, "Fuck Robkowski, he is a fraud, and his Halo title is fake."
Well, thank you for the sponsorship, Podtacular. We appreciate it. Yeah, make sure you subscribe to get your Podtacular sleep aid on, I forget, I think it's on iTunes. But yeah, if you're struggling to sleep, we definitely recommend it. Welcome to. Oh yeah. No, there. Yeah, it's not, those sleep machines, the ones you get at Walmart for $20, and it's got like 5 different things and that's it. No. Podtacular has quite the library. You can listen to a completely different one every day for 2 years straight and not listen to the same one. It's amazing. Incredible product. We absolutely recommend it. Q is silent on the stream. Well, I can hear him in here, so that's a him problem on the stream. While he figures that out. Welcome to you figured that out? Welcome on the stream. Welcome to Pigs Pod, episode 100, part 1 of 17.
I don't know what the hell happened there.
I don't know.
Oh well, we're good. That's the way to start the show. Episode
Perfect.
100.
Episode 100.
We
part
did it.
1.
We did it.
We did it. It only took, when did we start? 2015?
Yes,
13?
13,
15?
I think. Izzy was little. So
15? No. It might have been 13.
I think
remember.
it
Welcome
was
to the Thunderdome.
I think it is 2013. I think that
Maybe
was
14. I thought, didn't we do this last episode? We figured it out.
Nah, it don't matter.
Yeah, whatever, something like that. At 9, 10 years, something like
100
long,
episodes
long
ago.
Time.
We
We do about 10 episodes a year. So
that's actually about right.
if you want to listen to us to go to sleep, I don't recommend it. Again, I'm going to turn you back to our sleep aid, our fabulous advertisers.
What's up? How you been?
Pretty good. Just busy, especially last day and a half. Just been crazy updating the website and the Discord and all kinds of stuff. So we do right out of the gate. If you haven't gone to pigspot.com, you need to do it. I've updated. There's some new stuff on there. Fixed a couple little bugs here and there with some of the games. They should all be running fantastic now. Everything has high scores. I kind of want to gauge what people think, but I think it'd be cool to have leaderboards for all the scoring on all our games, so we can see who is on the shitter the most at work. Because I assume that's the only time you'd be playing. It's the only time you'd be playing the games.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Every game has music now, and they all properly mute when you leave, so they don't just keep playing. The scoring should work correctly on everything. Even added a best score to the memory game. As simple as it is, I kind of like the memory game. It's kind of fun.
It's my favorite one.
Yeah, I'm like, oh fuck, and then I'm trying to think. I'm like, wait, where was it? Because I really want to get the best score. I think my best score so far is 27.
I don't know. I don't know what mine would be. I don't remember. Yeah, I just realized I was really bad. I forgot to do my Pigs blog this week.
You got to get the Pigs blog on.
I'll have to do that. That's my mistake.
And then while you're on the website too, you can join our Discord, which now has some fun new stuff too. We've got our Pigs bot in the Discord, which is basically a sassy, spicier version of ChatGPT. We've given him a little bit of training so that he knows who Pigspot and Podtacular are. And he knows that Robowski is a liar. and
God damn,
He-
it got ugly on Rob.
yeah, he didn't like Rob. It's interesting. I can only train him so much data before he just goes, you know what? Fuck it. I don't remember any of that shit. But he is pretty sassy. I forget. Mr. Smokey asked why Oreo doesn't like hanging out with him, and it said like, well, maybe he's busy, or maybe he just doesn't like hanging out with you. I don't know. Like it's pretty blunt, pretty sassy. So yeah, if you want to see an even more spiced version, I guess, little pig twist on Chat GPT. Go ahead and jump in the Discord, and it's literally anywhere on the website, pigspod.com, on the main page, on the community page, anywhere on there, you can find the Discord and talk to our pigs bot. I've seen a few people added some more to our community drawing page too.
Oh, I hadn't looked. Let's see.
yeah,
Community Sketchpad.
Dominic Jordan, Dom was here. He also added a comment on our comment page. So, yeah, everything all the time. We're not planning to leave the website the same for the next 650 episodes like some people. We're gonna keep updating it. So check it out every once in a while, once a month or whatever. Some good stuff on there.
Well,
What have you been up to?
I'm gonna save part of it for my cream of the week.
Ooh, okay.
But
Teasing us.
I tease you. But I will say that I have been playing a lot of Destiny. And Mrs. Smokey got me playing Velhelm.
The Viking.
The Viking
whatever.
game. It's kind of fun. It's definitely a dated game. The graphics are a little rough. The building mechanics are abysmal.
Didn't it just come out?
I think it's like 2 years old.
Oh,
But it's fun. Don't get me wrong. It is fun to play.
yeah.
But
What do you do? Just like build shit?
build adventure. You can fight different enemies. It's a survival game. It's like Viking Ark without the dinosaurs.
Oh, okay.
Instead of dinosaurs, you have trolls and goblins and stuff like that you got to fight. Which is it's fun. It's definitely. I think it's one of those games where the more people you have playing with you, the more fun it is. I would be completely
It's a good party game.
Yeah, I would be completely disinterested to play like by myself. But
you're not running home to hop on Wilhelm.
Yeah, but as a group, I think it was me and Mrs. Smokey and Steph and a few other people. Mystery played with us that night.
Oh, nice.
So we had like 5 or 6 people playing at the same time, and
It's on Game Pass, isn't it? For free?
yeah, it's either
Freezies?
I think it's either Game Pass or like just like Games with Gold or something like that. But whatever it is free.
It looks like the Nintendo 64 version of like Sons of Forest, which I really want to play. I've been seeing a lot of that game lately.
Mm-hmm. But I will say that I've no, I'm gonna save that. I want to talk about it, but I want to use it for my cream of the week. So we'll
okay. So we'll skip right over that.
We'll skip right over that.
As far as our interviews go, our big planned event for episode 100, both of us came up a little short. So I just never heard back from Spartan. Interesting enough, when I was talking to Typo, he had mentioned that he had also messaged Spartan on Twitter about something else, and he's like, yeah, he didn't hit me back either. But I've seen him on constantly every day uploading Infinite clips and complaining about how certain stuff is still broken and other stuff finally got fixed. They finally fixed flag and ball juggling. But yeah, I don't know. So
there we go. Got us a sticker.
Ooh, a sticker to stick. I didn't see it.
It hasn't come up yet.
Oh. Yeah, so we no Spartan, at least for now.
There you go.
You know, oh, there's the sticker. You know, maybe in 10 years when we get to episode 200, I'll try Spartan again, or maybe I'll shoot for lethal or something. Who knows? I we'll play. We're gonna play some interview clips in a little bit, but we're also gonna release the full interviews, and
Yes.
both my guests and I assume your guests as well expressed interest in coming back and just doing like a regular episode with both of us on, and just doing a full, you know, regular
Oh yeah.
regular old episodes.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Rob really wants to do an episode, and I think we could have Mystery back on for like his 7th or 8th or 12th or 3rd.
Yeah,
I don't know.
his first time ever.
Yeah, maybe it's his first time ever. Like we
He's
don't
never
know.
been on.
Hey, shout out to Mystery for a 1-year sub, which that
Holy
means
cow, 1 year.
that means we've been doing this for an entire year. So we got that going. for
Live
us.
streaming?
I guess,
Dang.
or at least I've been streaming. Maybe it's just where I was streaming. I don't know. Either way, we're getting
Dang.
there. Well,
Yeah,
no,
so
I think it
maybe,
probably is because we've done
Yeah, no, we've done a lot.
we've done a lot.
We streamed on the other channel a while ago too. We've technically been streaming on and off for a while.
Yeah, I just don't want to talk about the quality of my videos and the old stuff.
Yeah, well, that's you
Ooh.
always.
Ooh,
The only way to get better is keep doing it.
yeah, that's why we're here. All right. Well, do you want to jump into one of the interviews?
Yeah, we might as well. We'll figure out, you know, when we'll have people on. It probably won't be next week. Next week will probably be, I don't know. We'll see how that goes.
I want to do a little bit more of episode 100 celebration next week
Yeah.
because
Yeah, we maybe because you and I both prepared one of our interview clips,
Right.
so we'll play each of ours, and we'll probably pause it here and there and talk about it. Maybe we'll just let it play through, and then next week we'll do the other ones. You sent me Rob, right?
yeah, I sent you Rob.
Shall we go out of the gate with Rob, or do
Oh,
you want to start
yeah.
with Matt?
Well, the Rob one's long, so if we want to get that one out of the way.
Oh yeah, you're right. Let me figure out how to get Fred. Fred really gave us a fucking hard time today.
Yeah, he did.
That's why we started a little late. Fred just did not want to cooperate. He was really upset that we have a new bot in here, and he was not happy about it. He's like, "Who's this fucking pigs bot, motherfucker?" I'm done working. He refused to work. We had to entice him to come back and offer him bribes, and fuck, he's here though. Yeah, we get to hear Rob straight out of the gate. So here we go, Mystery, just for you. Hopefully it works. Come on, Fred.
Did I ever tell you that PGCR episode was the very first podcast that I ever did? I had
okay.
yeah, I had no experience in doing it. I just happened to come across the podcast. I was just doing Yeah,
listen, I was wondering. I thought you were implying that you were on the show.
no. I'm talking.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
thought
well,
you meant,
I'm
too.
talking. Well, the episode that we did with me, you, and That's what I meant, and he just Zanny didn't and understand. Mystery. That
Well, that's yeah.
yeah, that was my very first experience in podcasting.
God, that was the end of
Yeah.
PCCR pretty much.
Yeah, that was
I lost it.
yeah, it was right towards the end of y'all's run, but that was my first foray, and I think I had only discovered you guys maybe a couple of months before that. And when you guys put out whenever it was that you put out the call, because I think we like prepared for like 6 months for this like
Oh yeah,
1 hour segment that was pretty much we bullshit our way through anyway.
it was nothing but Spider-Man and furries.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Those were the good old days. But no, I was just like, we're coming up on 100 episodes, and I wanted to do something that I thought was like really kind of meaningful for me. So I was like, well, I'm gonna like get like what I consider the godfathers of podcasting for me. And I'm not trying to like fucking blow smoke up your ass, because I mean I already you already got that on your own. But but no, it was just like I wanted to talk to you and like get your thoughts on kind of leaving PGCR, but still following following all the other podcasts that we're still kind of in that circle of community, and you were, even though you weren't actively doing anything, like you were still a part of the community. You were still, you were commenting and making jokes, and you're probably one of the most talked about people, especially in the early days, But no, I honestly was just like I just wanted to like shoot the shit with you for like maybe 20, 30 minutes.
Life after podcast.
Life after podcast. God, we could do a whole series on that.
Well, here's the crazy, and this is one benefit towards listening to you guys, because you guys have great chemistry. I really love listening to you guys. The only reason I'm behind is just because I've moved to different segments of
Right.
listening to different.
Hold on one sec. Did you guys get into his retirement or? Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Like, I wanted to hear how his bingo games are going, the prizes he's won. I heard actually last Saturday, he got to announce, and he was really excited. He got to announce, the guy that pulls the little balls out and goes B12. He was really excited about that. So I think you guys did the interview before that. So you probably didn't cover it, but. There's plenty of that. Maybe when we have him back
I had myself
on,
muted. Oops. But yeah, no, it's there. Yeah.
All right. When we have him back on, we'll have to ask him about announcing the balls. Sorry, we'll go back in.
Different things. But you are literally the only gaming podcast I listen to, which you guys don't really talk about video games much.
Not really. Like we did in the early days, and then he and I are really similar, and we only play like the same things over and over again. We don't branch out and play. We don't try to keep up with whatever the latest and greatest is. We're just going to play whatever interests us, and if that is what keeps our attention for a year, then that's what we're going to talk about.
The things that you guys got going on is good. So it's almost like when I think Q-stick and Ovary. It goes together just like peanut butter and jelly. I mean, I think it's a good combination. And there was one really unique episode you guys did in your first or second season that for some reason I can't remember. But I don't know. But you guys have something good going on, and you guys are countering the whole thing, because me and Hebe and Skills have most definitely talked about bringing the show back. But the biggest thing that stopped us is, first of all, we're older, we have more things going on right now. But
Right.
What the fuck are we going to talk about? Because games right now really suck.
Yeah, I
They're
completely
horrible.
agree. Completely agree.
It's an abomination what they've done. I mean, that's a whole different spectrum to go off to. But I mean, I want to play video games so bad, and I loved the podcast days. I loved the community, and there was a time where I was still holding on to gaming, and I was getting together when the Drunken Halo group was big and going. Like we had the gaming nights. I think it was like Monday nights.
Right.
And I wanted to, and I love the community. I love the people, but I just couldn't stand the games.
I totally get that. I really do, and that's and I think that's one of the reasons why we harp on Halo for so much, is for us that are the older gamers. It hasn't followed us. It hasn't continued to grow and be something for us. It's just like they keep pandering to the younger generations, which is fine. I mean, it gets them people buying and whatnot, but there's so many other games that are out there, even if they're shit games, that generation's just going to bounce from game to game to game to game, where we grew up playing Halo and that's all we played. And it's like I kind of feel alienated, and I kind of feel like our generation, especially at our age now, like we're not supposed to be playing video games. Even though our generation has really struggled, and we finally might have a little bit of money that we can spend on gaming now. Like we're there. We finally kind of got a little better in life. and they just kind of forgot about us, and it just like it really sucks.
No, I totally get you. It's but
I thought Rob fell asleep there for a minute.
Well, it happens. We had to do
you
this.
Get to that age, you get to that age, and regular everyday tasks, even just like talking, gets exhausting. I can't even imagine him going to the grocery store, his once a week trip to the grocery store to get his favorite milk and his hard candies and like
His Werther's Originals. Well, we had to do the interview at like 3:30 in the afternoon, right before he was going out to dinner. So
yeah.
So we kind of had to rush it.
He's got bingo to get to at 5:30. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Have you ever heard his rant about when Werther's Originals changed their packaging?
Oh man.
Oh my god, he's so upset.
Well, he's told me the same story like 6 or 7 times. I'm like,
Oh,
yeah. I totally didn't see that coming, Rob.
Yeah. Oh, anyway, sorry. Go ahead, Rob. Go on with yourself. I thought it was fun. I was waiting. I was trying to listen and hear him snore.
we do have some golden like we have the Master Chief Collection, which I know for you, has it started working on the campaign yet or no?
I think everything is working now, but I uninstalled it. I downloaded it for the Avenging Crusade.
You
game.
uninstalled it?
Yeah, I uninstalled it. It's just I don't. Number one, a lot of the people that I play with, they just don't play it anymore. So I've always been kind of a social gamer, especially, as I gotten older. So if I don't have anybody to play with, I don't really generally play. I'll find something else to do with my time. So as people kind of migrated away from Master Chief Collection, because in those early days, it was a train wreck, and it's like, oh, just stick with it, it'll get better. I'm like, it's like an abusive relationship, and they just keep telling me they're going to change, and I'm just keep falling for it, and and finally I've been able to pack my stuff, and I left at 2:00 in the morning when Halo was asleep, and fortunately I've been able to kind of not get sucked back into it and back into that toxic relationship.
Well, did you at least get it like an Uber drive home? Taxi cab money or something?
It was like the walk of shame. I was kidding. I had my high heels in one hand, But it just really sucks. And I think it was like we outgrew Halo, or Halo undergrew us, and is just going a different direction. And
no, it's 3 for 3.
No, I agree. It's 100%. Yeah, it's 100% 3 for 3. Everything was good, or at least tolerable pre-3.
Tolerable with Reach. Yes.
Yeah, which I liked Reach for what it was. I loved the game, the custom games, and that's what I was there for, because it was that real first customizability that you could get really cool maps and do lots of cool stuff, and that's what really sold me on Halo Reach. But it really was kind of the beginning of the end of what we considered what Halo was, because when Halo 4 came out, it was Halo trying to be like everything else that's going on. They were trying to be just another shooter, instead of being the trendsetter that Halo was for the first 3-4 games, if you include
They
ADST.
still haven't fucking learned.
Yeah, I will give Halo 4 props, though. The multiplayer was fun and good.
Yeah.
The campaign was god-awful.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, even though I kind of harp on Halo 4, I hold a special place in my heart for Halo 4, because that's when I really was getting involved with all of the different groups. That's when I discovered PGCR. It's when I discovered Drunken Halo, and I was playing, and you'd have the game nights, and I would get to play with everybody, and that's how I met you. That's how I met Zansulu. That's how I met Mystery. Was through that Halo 4 kind of community that kind of grew up around it. So despite all of its flaws, it still has like the rose-colored glasses. It's still special in my heart. But Halo 5. God damn. It was so bad. I mean I have never finished the campaign. I always play through it on normal just to get the story. And I've never finished a Halo story and been like, no, I'm done.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to play it again, and I didn't. And then I know at Drunken Halo they were trying to do they had the whole clan system, and they were trying to do
Oh, they were hardcore on that.
yeah.
Yeah.
They got real deep into it because they were going after what was the Achilles armor or something like that.
Yep.
And
All for armor. What the fuck?
yeah, all for armor. And I can't remember if I reached out to Travis or Travis reached out to me about joining their clan, and I was like, yeah, I'll do whatever you need to do. Sure, I'm still trying to love Halo, and he added me to the Slack chat for their clan, and I never played a game after that. Like never even. I think I uninstalled it, turned it off, never played it again. And I felt bad about that. 3 or 4 months later, he sends me a text message.
I don't think we ever
and
got
he's
the
like,
Achilles
"Hey, I don't want
unlocked.
to be mean or anything. It's probably but my you're fault. not playing. I have somebody that wants your spot in the clan."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh no, dude. You're not offending me. I'm not upset.
God, what an asshole.
Yeah.
You took up a spot?
Yeah, I was just took up a fucking spot. And just
I
fucking
wanted to be
sat
on that
there.
clan so bad, and
Oh,
they said it's full.
Tough shit, man. You got to be quicker than that. But yeah, I tried to play the multiplayers for it, and I couldn't get into it. I couldn't figure out the movement. Felt really just completely foreign to me, and all of the extra abilities, the ground pounding and the the other shit. I couldn't wrap my mind around like making it work, and it just the whole like. And I was giving them credit. They were building maps to account for all of these new abilities. I just didn't know how to utilize the new abilities to make it work.
Yeah,
So,
too many
I
buttons
just got
for
frustrated
old
and
people.
quit. And then
Make Halo great again.
I played a lot of Destiny after that, and I really enjoyed Destiny and all that. And then they started to, the rumors of, we're going to get a Halo 6, and this is going to be like the end of the second trilogy, and and then it morphed into this Halo Infinite thing, and then it's supposed to be like, we have a 10-year game that we're going to put out, and it's going to be 10 years of updates and all this extra content. And once again, that toxic relationship, I was like, he's changed, and so I buy the game at release and sit down and do like I'm going to do. Like I'm going to play through the campaign and get that feeling of Halo back. And it sucked. It's like there's a theme,
I don't know. I think I like the campaign. I think. And I remember
He
doesn't
playing
remember
it
it
a second
all.
time just to get to get the scrolls and stuff like that to see
I
what
think
else
I
I
liked
missed
it.
and
I
to
don't
wander around
know.
the land. There's a lot of things they did right with the campaign. And I was extremely furious when they introduced the grapple hook. Because it goes against every logical idea of a science fiction shooter in the future. But
that's a
for
really
the
good
open
point.
field, it worked.
Yeah.
Say what?
No, that's a really good point. No, I hadn't thought
What'd
of it
you say,
quite like
Sonny?
that the grapple hook really is incredibly archaic. And and then to put you're right. I had never really thought of it like that.
Oh, dude, I will tell you the story. And I was the
Back in my
dark
day.
eclipse in the Drunken Halo Snapchat or Slack. Because I remember finally getting excited when the first trailer or reveal came up for Halo Infinite. And I was actually kind of excited. I was at work watching in the break room on my phone. And I think the grapple hook made its appearance maybe 45 seconds into it. And I literally dropped my phone and slid my chair back, thinking just what the fuck? What I
have
mean,
they done?
it makes no logical sense whatsoever. None at all. I'd say Halo has run its course. It's kind of like like Rambo 1, 2, 3, and 4. The kill count just increases exponentially per movie, and Halo's doing the same thing. And you can't backtrack. And the only way to bring back Halo into a good pure form is simple, stupid. A small selection of maps. This bullshit that they do since Halo 4 and beyond, where not only do you have like 30 fucking maps that you have to try and memorize, they're also changing the maps, moving around
There's
weapons.
too many maps for
because
me.
they did a shitty job in designing the map in the first place.
3 maps maximum.
And so I don't want to go back and play Halo 4, 5, and maybe even not Infinite ever again, because I work my ass off trying to memorize these maps. And I'm gonna go back in, and first of all, I'm 45. My
45. There's your
hand-eye
answer.
coordination is not as good anymore.
it's
and
54.
I don't know the maps anymore. It doesn't make me want to play.
Yeah, that's absolute. I mean, you're hitting the nail on the head, and it's just the crux of us, like old geezer gamers, that we need slow games, and we need games that lets you just have one or two buttons. We need to go back to the days of Pong, because our hands are so damn arthritic from 30 years of gaming, then our hands are all crippled. And I've run into that here lately when I play like long sessions of gaming. Like my joints get really sore, and I have
Don't
to
judge.
take my wedding band off because my hands begin
Too
my
old
fingers
to play
swell.
all these
Man,
young
I'm
whippersnappers.
so old. I remember that I could go like all night
Old man
long
Halo.
playing, any given button smasher, and be completely fine and go to school the next day and not give a shit. And now it's like, oh, I gotta be in bed by 9:30. It's really sad.
Rob's just thinking to himself, 9:30. I remember
So-
back when I could stay up that.
So you're saying that there is a very minute possibility that the band may get back together again?
Oh, PGCR?
Yeah.
Oh, no way in hell.
Damn. I've
Too
been
much shit, man. And plus here. So this is life after podcasting.
All right.
I look back at it, and it was incredible. I met some incredible people. You, Real, O versus O, Eagle Man. Met the Drunken Halo people through that. I'm gonna be missing people. I know it. But people that I've considered to be close friends, that I'm a better person knowing because of them. And still, some people I still text and message to this day. I would never give that out. But then also, you got creative people like you and Ovary. So I'm sure that you guys have disagreements and stuff like that of like what time to get on, or maybe little spouts on disagreements on arguments of some sort. When you add 4 to 6 hosts that all have their passions and things that they're thinking of, I mean, it can get heated sometimes. And then you got the fans that keeping track of them, and little arguments that start up in between them, and drama and so forth. And it gets tough.
That's a fair point. I don't think I could manage a podcast that had more than maybe 3 people. Oreo and I work really well just one-on-one, that even adding a third sometimes, it's like, hey, we bounce and we play off each other, and we keep the conversation going and all that. And I don't know if I would be able to know when I need to be quiet, and then on top of that, know when I needed to talk. And yeah, I think that would be really hard. That's something that I never thought about. Is you guys did have, and then you were structured. You had your fan mail segments, and I remember Gagnon was doing the baseball thing, and
Oh,
like
I
that was-
wish
that was
people
really
would get
cool.
it. I loved it. I love the Halo baseball.
I thought it was really freaking cool. I thought it was a neat idea, and I don't know what program or what was he running that on?
I don't know. I mean, the work and effort he put into that. Gagnon was incredible.
Yeah.
He did a lot of our art logo, like our can't think of the right words, but he did all
Shocking,
the creative
can't think.
stuff when it comes to digital art.
Mm.
he did pretty much. I would tell him my theme that I wanted him to do for the next episode. One time we talked about Whitney Houston and getting the crap beat out of her by Bobby Brown. So we had a podcast like PGCR episode 137 and a picture of Whitney Houston crying on the front. So
That's great. I love it. I love it. But yeah, no.
but he was incredible, and the Halo baseball was I actually dove in deep into the stats, and the
I remember.
competition factor was there. It was so good.
I thought it was great. I thought it was something that I had never really seen before, and it was such a cool idea and such a cool concept, and the way you guys ran the show is it really did feel like a radio show. Like you had segments and you had, okay, we're going to transition to this and somebody's going to cover this and then in the middle you were like making prank phone calls and which I loved those.
I just listened to one that was incredible.
But
My GameStop calls, yeah, I loved them so much.
we tried that.
We
I don't know if the
really need
episode still
to,
exists or not.
Like,
But
we need to hold on. Fred didn't listen to me.
it was like he's still going.
He's still fucking not listening. All right, we need to figure out. I still remember calling fucking iTunes. What was the other one too when you weren't even on?
No, the best one that we ever did was the 24-hour fitness one, where
I remember that one.
you were trying to get a refund or you were trying to cancel your subscription or there was something going on between you and 24-hour fitness. So we decided to call 24-hour fitness to their customer service line, and they were closed.
Oh yeah, and they weren't open.
Yeah, and that was the whole gimmick was that it was 24-hour fitness, but they were closed. And we did like a whole episode. I think we did 2 episodes on it. That was early. That was.
I don't remember that.
That would have been like
vaguely, like sort of, kind of sounds familiar.
That would have been somewhere between episodes like 3 and 10. Like it was early. I know this is gonna sound like really weird, but a lot of the different segments that I remember you and I doing, I remember less of when we were doing it and like where I was sitting. Like where I was, because I was like, okay, back then I was in my office at the old house when we first started doing it, and it was on my big green painting desk. I had a big drafting desk that I used for all my Warhammer and stuff painting, and it had paint all over it. And I remember us sitting there. I was like sitting in the dark with like one little lamp on and laughing until my sides hurt. Like I was sore the next day. You know, we laughed so much at the 24-hour fitness. That was my favorite. That's one of my favorite things we've ever done on the show.
Man, I barely remember that. I remember calling iTunes, and then the one I really, really laughed at after the fact, listening back to it, was an episode you weren't even on, and I was calling, I think, different GameStops. And I was looking for like Bad Friend or like something like that.
I remember that.
Yeah, I was trying to find you, and they're like, "No, I've never heard of it." I'm like, "You never heard? It's got a guy named Q-Stick," and they're like, "No." I'm like, "Huh, damn."
Yeah,
that one was funny, but I don't. We'll have to figure out how to get back in on that. I don't know, Discord. We'll figure that out. But
Oreo was. I think he had a subscription to like 24-hour fitness or something like that.
You're gonna talk about
And
it?
he was
just give me a second. I told you about it.
customer service line for first. I think to cancel his
I
subscription.
kind of remember
whatever
that
it was.
they were closed.
And so we did it on the show. Like we're gonna call and we're gonna do this live on the show, and we call 24-hour fitness and they're closed. So we have this like probably hour rant of why a 24-hour fitness place is closed. And it was one of my favorite episodes that I think we ever did, because it was so out there, and it was something I'd never made prank phone calls when I was a kid. That was something I never did. So, doing it as a young adult was like, oh, this is awesome.
I grew up in the age of Star 69, so I knew better.
It's been really cool. Like I said, what you guys did on PGCR really laid the groundwork for myself in what I wanted to do in podcasting because I now that I'm doing it so much and I've done a couple of other different podcasts and different shows and done guest hosting and all that stuff. It's something that I've really found that I have a passion for and really, really enjoy. And that was Rick. I know I wanted to have, Rabowski on here and, just kind of reminisce for the good old days for a little bit because of it. So.
Back in my day.
But what are your impressions of the first 100 episodes?
I remember when
of
DLC
Pigs Pod?
came on a disc.
If you could sum up Pigs Pod in the first 100 episodes in maybe a sentence, 2 sentences if you need it, what would it be?
I don't. Well, I have an idea, but I would say I can't believe you guys aren't bigger.
Wow, thank you.
First of all, yeah, you guys cover a lot of stuff, but you're not politically correct, and that's one thing that handicapped us a lot too.
Yeah.
That's why the Boartacular is still going strong,
Oh my God.
but it's the most boring, bullshit, crappy podcast out there. And it used to be great.
Yeah, no, it did because that was one of the other ones that I was listening to, like after I exhausted all of the other podcasts that I actually enjoyed. I still I still needed something to listen to at work, and that was the bottom of the barrel, it's the very bottom of the peanut butter jar, and that's what the Podtacular was, Snooze-tacular. It's just, they just released, it was 152 this week, or 852 episodes.
It's ridiculous.
I don't get it.
But I give him props, and he's no different from I forget what the name of the he beat me in the final Halo tournament I was in. What is his name?
Let's see, the last Halo
Dust Storm.
Duststorm, yeah,
it.
Duststorm. Wait,
So,
he
yeah.
knocked you out? I don't remember that.
Well, I since I won the first one, I got
No,
to
you
pick
didn't.
who
No, he
I
didn't.
played in the second.
Oh yeah, and it completely backfired.
He's never
So
won.
that was a right. Well, you know what? If life would've been
Allegedly
different
won.
and wouldn't have fell apart
Winner
like
by
it did.
forfeit, maybe.
I think
Bad internet
I was
connection.
already on my way out by far.
You should have just quit while you're on top, man. You should have you should have refused to come back for another tournament and be like, "No, this is it. I'm not going to defend my title. I'm taking it and going home."
Nope. Michael Jordan came back with the number 45, and I do not regret that one bit whatsoever. That's what I did.
So
I
you
came back, I cried a little bit, and
so you also took a second retirement amidst a bunch of gambling accusations. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Yeah, that
well,
was,
gambling, prostitution, one of the two.
yeah, just take your pick.
Well,
That's fine. I was trying to I was trying not to throw you too far under the bus.
But also, other things that you guys did, you guys had some really good mixes too. There's one mix that you guys mentioned that I forgot about, but the one I really thought was incredible was the one that Oreo did on Macklemore.
Oh yeah, a shit flop.
How the fuck did that not blow up? It
I
was so well done.
I think it has maybe 200 views on YouTube.
Yeah,
Still?
I've looked at it myself, and
Yeah.
I'm baffled on why something that was so good, so well put together, and he did great. His voice is perfect for it.
I think that's the conspiracy that Microsoft and 343 in general
Yeah, they
really
shut
went
us
out of their
down.
way to
I know
censor
nobody
us.
likes us.
Yeah,
And we've been shadow banned for the last 10
Podtacular's
years.
put a hit out on us.
So we're just not going to blow up until we take the deep throat of the Master Chief cock the way the Snooze-tacular has done. So,
You already messed up. If we're gonna take the deep throat,
all right,
you can't say
well,
deep throat or
so
cock.
we covered the first 100 episodes.
You just have to
What
take
would
it.
be your advice, the old
here we go. I need to write
grizzled
this down. Let me find
podcast
it.
gamer guy from way back
Advice
when?
from the old
What would
world.
your
I love
advice
hearing-
be to
I
us
love
for
hearing
the
old
next
guys
100
just-
episodes?
Here we go.
if you want viewers,
Nipples?
no. Oh, yeah.
No.
Cons-
that out.
consistency. I can't even say the word right now.
Yeah.
That is huge. huge.
Consistency.
It's made a big difference for us being more scheduled, and episodes come out on Mondays. Our live show is on Sunday nights, and you are. That is the number one piece of advice that anything like this that people are doing that is absolutely the truth is 100% consistency.
Yeah,
And it
and
works
it's
for
good on you
Podtacular.
too.
You just
never
When we
stop
first started the
week in,
podcast, when you're trying
Doesn't matter
to
if people
arrange
listen to
things
it,
in
you
between
just
like
keep putting it
5
out.
people, we were trying to figure out dates and times and when to get together. It probably took about a half a year to finally crack down on. We get together on Tuesday at 6. If you're not there, fine.
Yeah.
We're doing it without you, but Tuesday, that is the day. Be there or be the square.
And I like that
He's
because
bringing back those sayings from the
it
olden
becomes
times.
a thing where you have to
He was the real bee's
have to
knees.
tailor your time around that time slot. Like, this is where I need to be. I have to be here, or I'm not going to be a part of it. And yeah, that was. I don't think that we could. I don't think we could ever bounce around from like day to day. There's no way. Even though we would get really bad, and we'd miss like 1 or 2 weeks, would turn into 6 months, would turn into a year. One of the things
Yeah,
we still
oopsie.
always tried to do
Oopsie
was
poopsie.
whatever day of the week at whatever time we decide to do it, that's when we have to keep doing it. And
Yep.
because I think we first started doing, I think our episodes were like Wednesdays, and then
think so.
they got moved back to Mondays, and then we were on
Then we
hiatus
did
for like a year.
Thursdays, and then we tried to
and
do Saturday.
Sunday nights is just now perfect.
Then we tried to do
is the-
Tuesday.
Both
Sundays
my
is the
kids and
best.
His kids, they're all going to bed around 9 o'clock, so the house is a little bit quieter, and I've got more free time, and everything is just easier. So the consistency is paramount.
Here, this is while you were talking, I was still listening. I'm sure. I'm pretty
Oh, yeah.
sure.
He was falling asleep.
You're
Mhm.
nodding
But-
off, thinking about early bird supper. Yeah, I know. It's getting late for you.
Well, not. I was rubbing one off.
I got
Oh,
bingo
okay.
to
All
get.
right. I'll take that.
We should be on video. You get quite a show.
I don't think I've listened to a
I
single
can't
episode of
stream that.
PGCR.
Well,
I'll
I
just
mean,
throw
I
that
can,
out there
but-
real quick.
Oh, you should. It was a lot of
we
fun.
haven't got our OnlyFans account set up yet.
If I were to come back, I think the ultimate formula I would do is rehashing old games. So let's say if we wanted to focus on like my favorite
Old
games.
people
would be
always
like
wanna bring up the
Splinter Cell,
past.
BioShock, Halo, the Call of Duties.
I've never played any of the BioShock.
Going
games.
back to the Mass Effects of Advent Rising, if we could go back to Super
Maybe we
Nintendo
should do
and
that. Go
stuff.
back and play all these classics that
but
we've never played.
That
I'm
would
for
be something I'd want. Let's
Talk
say,
about
like
'em.
for
I've
example,
never played
we
Mass
wanted to
Effect.
Focus on
Maybe
Splinter Cell,
co-stream them.
Chaos
Yeah.
Theory.
Or
So
well,
we'd
I
all
don't-
get together. We play
I guess I
a,
could stream
a-
it both on your channel or
entire
whatever.
first
I can do
level
that.
mission, and we discuss it. We talk about it. We talk about funny moments that happened or whatever. And I think that might be a way to grab the older gamers.
I like that.
Yeah. Just scratch out, yeah. Well, I'm just glad that Overy was.
I feel like the older gamers are the only ones listening because they're like, "Ooh, finally
Oh,
a political
our rapport
gaming
is
podcast."
So much better, and
Oh yeah.
I think the chemistry is 10 times better. It's just better.
Hey, what would you say to the who owns the IP and the website to PigPod?
Oh, it's all Oreo because he's.
Fuck.
Oh, I know. I can only do so much.
Do you get the passwords and stuff like that?
No, not right now because he's in the process of, he's getting into coding and web design as part of his part of his career. So he's building the website from, the code up. He's not going through a, like a publishing website or a template website. He's building everything from the ground up. So, yeah. So we're kind of hamstrung
Okay.
on that one. But
I was going to try and see if we could kick him out and kind of bring me in and could be the Lebowski and Cusick show and stuff. But
it may not. It
Old,
may not
white
fit
dudes, they
for,
love coming in
um,
and stealing something that's
it
not
may not fit
theirs.
for what we're doing and what we call the show. but Halo, there for a while, I don't know if it's still gentrification. available or not. But I think the Bryce brothers gave up their jtpodcasts.com.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's all like Chinese porn, Chinese anime porn. It's on the website now.
Ours is like Korean panties.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
absolutely great. It's so
I am-
fitting.
I am still upset that I gave up because I had full access to our website, and someone else decided to create one for us. And so I was like, you know what? Okay, go ahead. But then I lost control, and so therefore they got taken down. So, if anything, I think that was probably the most heartbreaking thing is knowing that we weren't on the internet anymore.
Yeah, that's what really hurt. I mean, it really upset me as well when we took our first hiatus. We were using Libsyn for all of our like hosting stuff
Fuck
for the
Libsyn.
episodes. for fuck like
them.
RSS feed and all that. And Libsyn is very authoritarian when it comes to paying your bills. If you don't pay a month, they delete your shit. Like, and that's, I mean, you can call them and they can, depending on how long it's been, they might be able to recover it. But if you miss a payment, they're done. Like, you're fucking on your own.
Oh,
So
like a storage facility.
yeah, it's gone. And so episodes, our first 6 or 7 episodes are just gone. We don't have, because that was my number one thing I wanted to do for episode 100 was to go back and pull like clips from like the first 10 or 20 episodes and be like, this is where we were, this is where we are, and just kind of be like super nostalgic with the podcast. And I have audio from I think episode 11 forward, and I haven't gone back to really go through it yet because I had to recover it from an archive website. But the way Oreo and I were doing our audio back then to make everything work, we were, like I said, we were recording both sides and then mixing them. I think Never
again.
episodes 11, 12, and
Never do
13
that
that I
again.
have are just my side of the audio. So it's just
Surprised you
it's just
did
a
all that work,
conversation that
Dave.
I'm having with a blank wall as far as the audio is concerned.
Never again.
So-
Well, that might be better. You might get more viewers.
It could be cutting
Yeah.
Ovary out might make a difference.
Best, like a whole bunch of comments below. Best episode ever. Can't put my finger on it.
Cool, but yeah, all right. I really appreciate you taking some time out of your day and hanging out and being a part of the Pigs Pod community, like you've been for we're nearly a decade in doing this, even though we've only done 100 episodes. It's really kind of sad.
Oh, and another thing I learned from you guys is we're alive. That was incredible.
Oh, yeah, you really? You hadn't
No.
really?
And ironically, and this makes me feel shitty about our podcast, is they recorded at the exact same time as we recorded. It's from 2009 to 2014. And their sound quality and their quality in general was so good.
Yeah.
We were like little children eating their first chocolate cake for their first birthday.
Yep.
That's PGCR for you right there.
Yep,
But-
that's pretty accurate. It's like a busted, broken up, crunchy bag of Doritos. It's still good, but it's not the whole Dorito.
Yeah. But sorry, I keep on steering you aside. So
No. No, I'm just going to go ahead and wrap up the recording here. So once again, thank you, appreciate you. You're the awesomest and the best, and hopefully we'll have you in again for episode 200.
Oh, can I do my outro?
Oh, oh God, yeah. Well, you haven't done.
No. I'm just kidding, Rob.
Not forever.
Jeez, go
Yes.
ahead.
I don't know if I can still do it. Hold on.
Get all that phlegm out of the way. Let's go. Oh God.
This is Rabowski, and I'm out.
There you go.
He had to get up on it, lift himself up on his cane, and hawk them loogies and clear himself out. That was 3 years worth of just gunk building up in his throat there.
All those lung biscuits.
Oh man, all right.
It was
Good.
fun. That was a lot of fun sitting and doing that. Let's see. How much longer after you finished recording did you keep talking to Rob? Honestly, not that long. I think we were just about done.
He had to go to bed.
Yeah, he was
getting tired.
Well, no. He had to go out
Oh,
and
he
get
had to
the
go
early
to-
bird.
Bingo.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoy talking to Rob, and we're definitely going to have to get him on the show at least once coming up soon. Not sure why or for what reason. Maybe we'll talk about Werther's Originals and Halo 1.
Yeah.
But-
Well, you mentioned those. He's going to go off for 10 minutes about when they changed the packaging, but maybe. We can do that. Yeah. It's good. I mean, it's insane you somehow managed to keep him awake for that long at this age.
Oh,
But
well, the when we get the full audio up on the website, it was a little over 2 hours. So
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
cutting 2 hours down to about 30 minutes is about the best I could do.
oh wow, you did more work than I did.
Yeah. I put a lot of time and effort into the editing.
Sounded good. Real Mystery said he didn't hear a single transition. So.
Yeah. I will say he caught about half of them. Made me feel good. There's a couple that were
Yeah.
missed. So
Yeah, I mean that's fine. I barely heard any of them. I think I heard one or two, but just slightly. For the interview I'm gonna play, I talked to my buddy Matt. Man, I should have given you guys more. I only pulled out about 12 minutes, and I couldn't decide on what to pull out because we had such long chunks where we talked about like insane stuff, and he's telling me all kinds of stuff that I had no idea he even did.
yeah, deciding what stayed and what got cut was really, really hard, especially on the Rob stuff. But
Yeah, well, I bet. That's the hardest part in like how to transition and make it work together and not sound like one continuous thing. See, I didn't do that. I thought about it and I was like, yeah, I'm too busy trying to figure out the code for the website and then doing my other side stuff and everything. So,
what's up, J Rock?
what's up? What's up, J Rock? Who's pulling out? You just missed Rob. Don't worry, we'll upload the whole episode though. I think when I talked to Matt, our episode was like 2.5 hours. And then afterwards, I think we talked for another half an hour that wasn't even recorded. It was a long time too, especially when I stopped him in the middle. He was editing some stuff, so he was a good sport though. Let me see. We should probably pay our sponsored ad though before we move on.
Yeah, we need to get to our next sponsored ad.
Let me go ahead and run that. All right, bear with us for a minute.
We're new at this whole sponsorship thing.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
what'd I do?
Says it was empty.
Uh-oh. Hold on, we got to play our ad or we're going to lose our sponsorship.
If you're a gamer, you need to check out the Pigspod Gaming Podcast. We're not your typical gaming podcast. We're the best damn gaming podcast. Our unique blend of politics and gaming makes for a hilarious and entertaining show. Whether you're into console or PC, we've got you covered. Join us every week for a good time. Listen now at facebook.com/pigspodgamingpodcast. That's
This is not the right ad. This is an old ad.
facebook.com/pigspodgamingpodcast.
If you're tired of the same old gaming podcasts,
This is not the
it's
right
time
ads.
to wake up and smell the pig spod.
This
While
is not the right
Podtacular
ad.
may be sleepy, Pig
We're not gonna get
Spod
paid,
is
Oreo.
the best gaming podcast on the
We're not
internet.
going to get paid. Hold
We're
on.
sometimes political.
Looking for a podcast that's all squeals and no wanks? Look no further than pigspod.com.
Wait, this is
The
not.
podcast that's sometimes political, sometimes
not the
gaming,
right ads.
and always incorrect. Listen every Monday and tune into our Twitch every Sunday. We're funny.
on.
If you're tired of Podtacular being boring, sleepy, and just plain stupid, then Pigspod is for you. We're funny, we're entertaining, and we're always incorrect. Listen to our podcast every
Hold on,
Monday
guys.
and tune into
If you hate stressful meal planning, then you'll love this episode's sponsor,
Wait, this is
HelloFresh.
not-
You can enjoy
is-
cooking
Those aren't the right ads. Hold on.
Oh
We
my
got to
God.
play the right ad. Oh my gosh.
We're never going to get paid. My goodness.
They're gonna pull out. Oh man. Hold on. We're gonna get fired. Oh my gosh.
You had them all set up. You're like, oh, I'm going to play this one, and then after the Rob episode, we're going to play this one.
Why did it not work? I don't understand.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're going to fucking fire the producer. You know that, right? Yeah, see, that's the one. That's it.
All right, here we go. We got our sponsored ad. Here we go.
Welcome to a Pig's Pod ad break. We have a special treat for you today because our sponsor, Sherry's Berries, is here to help you celebrate any occasion in a sweet way. Whether you're celebrating a birthday, anniversary, or just want to show someone how the only way you will eat fruit is if it's covered in sugar and oil. And the best part? You can order them right from your phone or computer and have them delivered straight to your doorstep because you're too fat and lazy to get up and go get them yourself. With a wide variety of flavors and customization options, you can make every kind of fruit just as unhealthy as your everyday diet. You dirty little pig boy. And as a special offer for our listeners, use the code PIGSPOD at checkout for absolutely nothing off your next order. That's right. Pay full price because we aren't actually sponsored. But even Podtacular would be smart enough to see that just at the mere mention of unhealthy fruit, you have salivation dripping from your double chin. Remember, pigspod.com and eat as fast as you can. Tubby lubby tub tub, stuff your face. You deserve it.
All right. Thank you, Sherry's
Thank
Berries,
you.
for sponsoring this week's
We
episode.
appreciate you, Sherry. Oh, all right, yeah. Let's. Oh man, that was a thing.
Rabble, how many ads do you have? I don't know. We've been,
We've been
a lot of
doing-
ads, a lot of sponsorships have been reaching out, so we got to make sure we play the right ones. We're never gonna get that ad money. You dirty little pig boy. All right.
Oh my God.
Now that we've got that ad out of the way, we can go ahead and play my little clip with Matt. We talked for so long, and I haven't gone back and listened to this because I didn't edit like you did with Rob. So I don't really remember what this clip is about. I remember right at the beginning here, I don't know where the fuck it all. Where's the ad for fuck it all? I remember right at the beginning of this clip. I don't know if it's included in the clip or not. We were talking about 343 adding Sprint to the games, like permanently Sprint to the games. Was it in Halo? No, it wasn't in Halo 4. That was part of your loadout, huh?
No,
Halo 5 was the first one.
no. I think it was,
Yeah, it was part of your loadout, wasn't it? Because you could either do the dodge or you could do Sprint.
I think Sprint was in there for everybody. That's a mystery thing. Mystery will confirm it. Was running or sprinting always a thing in Halo 4? I swear it was. We'll wait. We'll just sit here and patiently talk amongst ourselves while we wait for Mystery Hour.
Yeah, I want to know. 'cause
Halo
I swear it
historian.
wasn't. I thought that was part of the loadouts.
And
I thought Halo
wasn't.
5 was the first time they...
It wasn't Reach. He just says yeah. Oh, damn it, Mystery. It's always
What the
yeah.
fuck do you mean? Yeah. God damn it. What the fuck does that mean?
It's always been a thing. Yeah, it was it was always a thing in Halo 4. It wasn't in Halo Reach is when we had it in the loadout, and then it didn't exist in Halos 1 through 3. I
It
believe.
was always a thing. Capital I, what?
Yeah, in Halo 4.
Sprint as a loadout was in Halo Reach at first. Yeah, I know, but it was still a loadout in Halo 4, wasn't it?
If I had better connection, we could we would be able to get more of a quicker response from the chat.
Yeah, oh well.
Mhm.
I can't remember. Maybe at the beginning it wasn't, and then didn't later on in Halo 4 they added, they only had like one or two loadouts, and everyone kind of had the same thing, and then I think Sprint was a regular thing.
Well, you had to unlock the different loadout things, or the Spartan abilities or whatever, because you had
So sprint was a regular thing, and the other things were like the
Yeah.
shield and
you had
evade or whatever the fuck it was.
it was
Negative sprint was not a loadout option in Halo 4. Thank
Yeah.
you for spelling it out. We could have just asked Pigsbot. Let's see if he knows. Pigsbot was sprint a regular thing in Halo 4. See, this is why you should join our Discord, so you can ask Pigsbot for us. Yeah, sprint was introduced as a base ability in Halo 4, allowing players to traverse the map faster for a limited time.
there you go, a base ability.
Yeah, really quick, I do want to call out how amazing Pigsbot is. Rabble earlier in our chat, he was in there while we're recording. He said, "How many pounds of bacon can I fit in a 1.6 cubic foot, a
Cubic
1.6 cubic foot microwave if I stuff it full of bacon?" Well, Pigspot said, "I'm sorry, but as a sarcastic chatbot, I cannot provide a serious response to that question. However, I suggest not attempting to stuff an entire microwave with bacon, as it could cause a mess and potentially damage the appliance. Perhaps cooking the bacon in smaller batches would be a more feasible and efficient option." He also mentioned, where was it?
When he came up with grab 'em by the punch,
That one was funny.
that is like
He came up with a drink. Grab him by the punch. What did you ask him? Didn't come up with that. Something about Donald Trump.
No. It was for J Rock's
All
birthday.
political.
Yeah, it was for the birthday party, and I asked him for a politically incorrect gamers podcast themed birthday party,
Yeah.
and he came up with the grab him by the punch and a few other.
Grab him by the punch as a drink mix. Grab him by the punch. Amazing.
That was so fucking funny.
Where did he talk about? Oh, he also said, "I can tell you that if you're a fan of bacon, you should definitely check out Pigspot instead of wasting your time with Podtacular." So, love Pigspot. Go ahead and check him out.
Twitter tornado. Still, just grab him by the punch was the best. It's just
Grab him by the punch.
So fucking funny.
Fantastic.
And
Yeah.
then I had to like wrestle the drink ingredients, like the recipe out of him because he didn't
Yeah,
want to
because
tell
after
me.
he gave you a brilliant fucking name, grab him by the punch, he's like, "Well, I can't tell you. The drinking's not good, and you should watch your health." Like, so he still has some of the downsides as regular Chat GPT, but he also has a real nice sassy nature to him. It's good. All right. Anyways, we got to get to the first week had the super grenade throw in Halo 4. If you sprinted and threw a grenade straight off the bat, you threw the grenade really fast. Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yep. You could nade the other. I remember was it Haven where you were kind of the one that had the top floor.
Yeah,
in the,
like immediately. And
Yeah.
You could fucking,
Yep. You could
yeah,
lob
right over
grenades.
them.
Yeah. You could lob the grenades right out of the gate. That was always fun.
Man, I really miss fucking spending hours finding grenade spots to grenade weapons to yourself on old Halo
Oh
games.
that was so cool.
Man.
Those montages where people could do that shit was just. It's like you got too much time. Go outside.
Fucking, I knew a few. I don't remember them now. I'm too old. But
Back in my day.
back in my day, man, I've really fucking... I don't know. I haven't seen like any infinite creations that look fun, like in Forge, because Forge is out.
I saw somebody created a Waffle House in the Halo Forge, and I thought that was really, really cool. But I'm like, what do we?
That's
what do you do
cool,
with
but
that?
like, what am I gonna do with that? Yeah,
Yeah, are we just gonna have all of our fights in the Waffle House parking lot? I mean, I've been there, done that. If you haven't gotten thrown out of a Waffle House, have you really lived?
Can I please just get my waffle? Fuck.
All right, let's do yours.
I'd love to hop on Halo and fucking have some community nights and just like fucking not worry about the stupid matchmaking, not worry about the game itself, just play custom Forge stuff. I could maybe get into that, but like I haven't seen anything that's exciting. I haven't seen anything that's like fun. The fucking Avalanche golf game, the golf balls coming down the thing at you, the fucking Speed Halo, the ring, the Halo ring, whatever the fuck that was called. I don't
It will never. Halo Customs will never equal what Halo Reach was.
Yeah,
It just
the
never.
creativity back then was just fucking. with such basic tools, the shit they can make now. That maybe that's part of the problem. It's so complicated now. It takes them longer to make games.
I think that we lack in the custom stuff for two reasons. Reason number one, I agree, it is incredibly complicated. And number two, I don't think they have the population for it. Because back in Reach, there was there was millions of people that were playing on a consistent basis, and that's just not a thing now. We do need to do another Reach custom night, and not do it on such a downer, moment when we do our Avenging Crusade night, which which is good, but we should do that.
Like to do something like that. Yeah,
I'd be down.
I'll look into it. I don't think Infinite has any I tried bringing this up, I think even during the interview I did with Typo. And he said, well, there's a custom game browser and it's so easy to jump in and out. I'm like, that's not the fun of it, though. That's not me hopping on with 16 buddy. I don't think we could get 16. I mean, number one, because of population, but number two, because we're all old and Rob's not going to get on. He's got bingo. He's got to go to bedtime early. But, it's just, I don't know. It's not the same. We'll figure out a community game night or something sometime. If you want to hear about it, join the Discord.
Yeah, join the Discord if you're not a part of it.
Anyways, this is not the interview with Typo. This is the interview with Matt, who I met through Podtacular, the same as Typo, long time ago, like 14 years ago or something. Started his career editing. I think one of his first big jobs, he was editing YouTube videos for Philip DeFranco, who I think still has a pretty big following on YouTube, but my buddy no longer edits for him.
I follow him on TikTok.
Philip DeFranco?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think he dipped in popularity for a little bit. He's said something people didn't like, and then he came back. I don't know. Whatever. Here's a short little clip. It's 11 or 12 minutes or something from my buddy Matt. I don't want to bring that up.
It does, okay, to be fair, it does ruin the way that Halo. The game plays. Movement is,
so does Clamber.
Everything is time and accuracy based, right? If you don't jump or you don't move in the correct time to get to other places.
Well, that's how you can immediately tell an old head that you're playing against if they strafe and crouch and strong side.
If you do it correctly.
Yeah, they aren't jumping.
I still strong side even when I play Overwatch. It's wild to me. Yeah, and you should. I think a lot of people don't necessarily think about the fundamental beat to beat parts of what a gunfight and how you can win a gunfight. I don't know. All of the things that we obsessed about because there weren't so many other things that you could do, right? There were very few limited ways to gain value in a game because there were so few features and
it became
nevertheless we really
and positioning and peeking and watching your angles. That's why it translates to every other shooter.
Because it's the fundamentals of any first person shooter, and because it's not necessarily gun based, it's positioning and fight based. But
it bugs me so much watching people play shooters. I'm like, you're so overextending. Even around a single corner, you overextend so much. But
dude,
I'm looking forward to after this. We've had such a lull in the gaming world, and I think it's partly to blame on COVID and everyone working from home and nobody knowing exactly what they can or can't do, and studios closing, and then the economy just tanking, and we're moving towards a recession. And I'm looking forward to in 5 or 6 years when we get back to the full swing of things, because for the last 6 or 7 years, the video game industry has been one of the top industries, outperforming the movie industry by threefold. It's not even close.
Yep.
So
how do you
get back into it?
How do you, just as a question, this is 100% from somebody who's an outsider, but how do you continue to innovate on an industry that is seeing success? I mean, let's look at Hollywood for a second and just kind of
Well, they're doing the same thing. They're
one of the
remaking
best
everything.
movies. Yeah, everything is a remake, right? Or it's an established IP, and you don't get movies that are, you don't get people taking shots on movies like Cocaine Bear, like probably one of one of the better movies out right now because it's so new, and I can guarantee you funding for that was so difficult to get, but it's one of those things that I felt like maybe in the 90s would have been so much easier to get funding for. It's like, hey, I got an idea for this absolutely ludicrous thing. Like, should we take a shot on it? Like yeah, go for it. Like, what's the worst that could happen? And like, I feel like that was the video game industry for the early 2000s to like the late 2000s. It's it's like really finding out like what success is, and really what success is like evolving in like a AAA studio. And we've gotten to the point now where a lot of AAA studios is not where the innovation happens. It's, you don't get success by, you don't get creativity by committee.
Yeah, it's small
it's
studios
small
that come
studios.
out with some crazy thing like Among Us, and they're like, look at this.
Yeah, absolutely it is. And I feel like it's going to be very difficult for like the AAA game studio, the games that we spend the majority of our time in, right? Like I don't spend, well, I think while I do enjoy the creativity that indie games and indie game companies deliver to me, they're not the games that I play for hours and hours and hours. And I think, yeah, you're right. The closest thing to that was probably Among Us, with like how wildly successful it is. But like, I think the only thing that I could put my finger on right now that was wildly successful that was different before that was probably like Pokemon Go. And kind of like the 2016, the summer there, that like everybody was like took video games outside, and
Dude,
to be able to like
just community
the amount
and
of
like, oh, you
time.
playing?
yeah, I think it really changed. It was really like incredibly fundamentally monumental, in terms of like, hey, you know what, this is what gaming can be, and like this is what we're doing with it. And I think if you look at the time between that then and I guess Among Us, like what is that, like 3 years? And for games to be, I guess, quote unquote, like there's still been some really good fun things. I really loved like storytelling in Spider-Man games, and how Insomniac were like really nailed the feel of playing Spider-Man, and I think there's some really excellent storytelling, and I think that even actors have definitely like pinpointed like, hey, so like this medium as an entertainment medium is an excellent way to tell stories. But I feel like a lot of times that will get very convoluted in terms of what developers and producers are allowed to do, because they're so restricted now, because gaming budgets have to get so high in order for them to quote unquote succeed in today's society.
They're all scared to try anything new, and then it becomes
absolutely.
like the Marvel movies. Like Marvel movies are wildly successful, but they, to use the term that you used earlier, they're cookie cutter. They're all this to me. If you love them, that's fine with me. Go watch them. They're a riot. They're amazing movies, but they're also, to me, they're all the same movie. They're the hero's journey. We're bringing it all back to what we talked about earlier. I don't know. Gaming's in a weird spot right now. Oh, sorry. Because I didn't vet this clip before I played it, the hero's journey, we talked about that a lot. So I had no idea what was actually in this clip. I just have time to get to it. Sorry.
Really bad at this.
There's still more. I paused it real quick, but I just wanted to say, like, I really think you guys should listen to the interview with Matt. Like, he's so fucking smart. He made me feel like an idiot. Like, some of the points that he was making that I just never thought of. And we talked about Last of Us a little bit, like just how, we are in a downturn right now, But I think there's so much fucking potential for gaming to just blast off and get even bigger than it is right now because of storytelling. And Last of Us is that first, kindling on the fire. I mean, look at how wildly fucking successful and insanely successful like that was. Can you imagine if the Halo show didn't come out yet and The Last of Us did, and now we're getting a Halo show? How vastly different it would be.
I'd fucking hope.
Even I still haven't heard if they're actually doing a season 2 or not. I keep hearing different things, but yeah, I'll play the rest of this little clip because I don't remember what else he says here. But we talked about a bunch of stuff. So yeah, the pacing might be different from regular Pigs Pod show. A lot of the time I just kind of sat in silence and let him talk and just like let him say smart shit while I was just like listening. But yeah, you definitely need to listen to it. But anyways, so we'll continue where we were. Now we're like, esports is on a huge turn down.
Yep.
One of the things I'm going to talk to Typo with, I feel like it was wildly overfunded, and people Mark Cuban, I love the guy and stuff, but like, he was kind of a big problem, bringing billions into the industry that nobody really knew how to monetize, and everyone came in expecting, we're all going to be billionaires because, this is the biggest industry.
It's a brand new industry,
movies.
yeah.
Yeah, forget movies. Video games is where you make money, but nobody knew how, and they kind of completely destroyed the esports. Like, a lot of the orgs left.
I think the things that made esports so special, right? I think... God, this is just going to be like two Halo heads like talking like nostalgia. Like, you remember how like the closest thing that we have, the closest thing to like what we have, right, in terms of being able to like point at something that's happening right now and say like that's the magic of esports that we grew up with, I think is the Super Smash Brothers scene, right? Like everything is very grassroots. The players in it are like so incredibly dedicated, and honestly the personalities in it are much closer to like wrestling personalities than they are to to like anything that you see coming out of the Call of Duty League, where sure like you have like these insane players, but like they're very bland and like But okay, wait, hang on. I'm gonna walk that.
I think
back
a nice way to put. I think a nice way to put it is that they're not good interviews.
Not all of them are, right? I think they're definitely maybe pointing at Call of Duty League may have not been like the best example, but they're okay. Maybe Overwatch League, right? Like something that I'm very passionate about as a game that I play a lot.
Yeah, he's wild for saying
as much
that,
anymore,
he's done work
right?
on
There's,
Call of Duty
I think
videos.
a lot of the people that were very well spoken and had a lot of very good storylines,
so it's okay.
have ended up being people that are the casters now. I think the casters are the people who almost feel old guard to me when those people used to be the players, right? Like, I'm
the
lucky
Puckets
enough
and
that
the Golden Boys and
100%. I bet like you say that, but like those are old Halo heads, man. Like those are the people who have been around the industry for so long, and it's like sure, like a lot of the things that they do now are more spoken word based instead of like on the sticks based. But like it's absolutely true. I think as people understand, gaming is more about the stories than it is about the performance.
Yeah.
And even you can lose, and the performance will still be immaculate. And I think one of the best there's two things that I kind of want to point to and I think that's really weird, right? Like it's hard to say like you can lose and still gain fans.
Look at Optic like Vision. Look at one of their best episode is that one where they lost. And like that classic shot of Formal, like on the ground, just totally like distraught, like they lost. And that's one of their best episodes of that show they were making. I think like Hex and the Optic team, and a lot of what they're doing. Also, Matt at 100 Thieves is just a freaking genius. I feel like he's definitely going to be part of the bringing esports around to what it could be and reaching its full potential. Because there's billions to be made. I just think bringing these outsiders in to try and run it like a regular industry gaming is not going to work like that. It didn't work.
It really is very difficult, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people that want to run a sports business, like esports, like a sports business, I think are missing the fundamental things, right? Like they want wins equals success, right? And it's not true.
I think that's all for the clip, but yeah, you need to go listen to that.
Well, he's got a point where it would be if we had some type of esports gaming show where you had teams lose, where you showed maybe it's the drama behind it, maybe that's what would sell, but. Yeah.
That's what we were talking about as far as like, because esports has taken a huge dive.
Yeah.
Which is funny because movies and TV shows has taken a dive to video games, and now video games leaking into TV shows and movies is becoming, hugely successful, and the esports side of gaming has just taken a dip. Yeah, we were talking. He mentioned it way earlier in the interview, the story of it. It was funny. Apparently he's a weeb like I am. He mentioned an anime, and he was comparing it to, there's that anime, I think it's called Haikyuu. I've never seen it. It's the one about volleyball, and I kind of want to watch it now because he was telling me about it. That in the show, a traditional anime, you'd think, oh, it's a show about them playing volleyball, and they go to the big tournament and they lose. So what do you assume, the classic trope is? They go back, they train, they get really good, and then they go back and win. And he's all, that's not what they do. It shows them losing multiple times over and over again. But he's like, the storytelling and everything's so good. And, we were talking about esports as a whole. Everyone's so scared to talk about their losses. Everyone only thinks, Halo even does it when they stream their tournaments and stuff. The only things they ever talk about or focus on is the winning team, and then like the top stats. Oh, Royal 2 had the best KD. It's like, all right, but I want to see Spartan yelling at the top of his fucking lungs over in the fucking regular PlayStations down on the floor. I want to see that shit.
That's 100% why streamers like Dr. Disrespect are so fucking popular.
Yeah, him as a personality. He's not even that good.
No. A side note, shout out to Spawn Blaze TV for the follow. We appreciate that.
Spawn Blaze.
But no, he's not that good, but that's his thing. That's his
thing.
That's his
he's
shtick.
a two-time champ.
Two-time 1993
He's a fake
blockbuster.
champ. Him and Rabowski would get along.
but people love that. People love to watch him play. People love to watch him lose. They love to watch him lose far and above watching him win and succeed, because he gets that attitude. He has that demeanor that all of us, old hat gamers, we all see ourselves in Dr. Disrespect, and he is such a down to earth, chill, like humble person. I would kill to talk to him for like 5 minutes. I love
him too.
Yeah, no, the real him, because I respect him as a person. I respect him as a streamer, and as a content generator. He's literally my favorite. He's my absolute favorite content generator for gaming, pretty much ever.
Yeah, he's amazing. Like, yeah, how many of his fucking viral videos are him like getting shit on?
Just getting out.
He understands storytelling and building his whole backdrops and green screen and the ridiculous fucking shit that he does, the production value. It has nothing to do with him getting on. He's as successful as Ninja, but the difference, and I really miss the old Ninja, by the way. Like the old Ninja back in the day, streaming on Twitch with like 100 people watching, if that, where he'd wear all these silly hats. And you can go back and watch my streaming videos. You can tell where I got my influence from, because I did a bunch of silly hats and voices and shit. Like, he was entertaining. And then Ninja got to a point where, like, I'm just going to be the best, and that's what I'm, and that's, that's entertaining too. But I don't sit and watch Ninja all day every day. Dr.
There's-
Disrespect, every time I catch him, I'm like, ooh, what's
Oh
he
yeah,
doing?
I follow him on every platform that he puts stuff out there because, you can relate to him, and it's not, and it isn't the same because while I do like Ninja and I respect him as a content person, he's one of a million streamers that are just trying that are just
good.
They're just good, and that's their thing. Like you can watch them go and play Fortnite and watch him be at the top of his game. You have no clue how he's doing it. He's just good, and he might be one of the best, but he's just one of the rest of the streamers that are just trying to. That are just
I don't know why you sounded like Mickey Mouse there. Fuck you, Ninja.
Fuck you, Ninja. But he's just he's just kind of like one of the crowd in just trying to be as good as possible because getting 20 bombs and 30 bombs in Apex is cool. And I see, I think I told you on my TikTok, for some reason TikTok still believes I still play Apex.
Yeah.
And I get Apex like montages and clips all the time on TikTok, and they're all the same. They're I'm gonna do a montage of my 20 bomb, or I'm gonna do a short clip of dropping hot with 7 other predators, and it was just like
360 wingman headshots and bullshit. And it's like, I've seen that since the beginning. It's no different.
Show me the kid throwing his controller because he got third partied for the 17th time tonight. Like that's the kid that I want to watch. Because that's me. Like, I can just turn on and stream me doing that. Or stream you and I bitching for days, weeks, and months of like, if we just had a fucking third. It doesn't even have to be good, but
we should make some content around trying to find a fucking third. Needs to be story based though, man. After I talked to Matt, like I said, he really made me feel dumb. He was so smart. Some of the shit he was saying, like, it was so cool having him on. I can't remember if we talked about it in the interview or if it was after, but he was talking about how they have over 15 million views on their TikTok. And he's trying to transition over to YouTube, which I think he has like 80 subscribers or something on. Like, he's never done it. It's a real new venture. And he was talking about how, like, consistency is one thing, but storytelling is another thing.
Yeah.
And storytelling and short form content. They got really good at that on YouTube, and now TikTok, and he wants to figure out how to do that in like YouTube Shorts and shit.
Well, that's the reason why Star Wars is so popular with their TV shows. And I've said it for years. It's short form Star Wars. I don't need.
Yeah, nobody wants to watch 2.5 hours when I can watch it 30 minutes at a time.
Yeah. Watch 30-minute stories, 40-minute stories, and I can either sit and watch 2, 3, 4, 5 at a time and lose a whole afternoon. Or I can watch one a week and stay caught up. I went both ways. When it comes to Star Wars this time, I know. I waited until all of Andor was out, and we binge watched Andor in like 2 nights.
I still need to watch that because I know I've heard it's written so much different than a lot of the Star Wars content. And it's really story heavy.
It is incredibly story heavy.
It just keeps building and building and building and gets fucking. I've heard it's the most insane Star Wars we've had yet. So
it's really good. My problem that I have with it is it is a really long build to the payoff. Like it's like 10 episodes and it's 8 episodes of building. And so I'm glad that I waited to binge it all because I would have been really fucking annoyed by week 5,
week to week.
Yeah, like what are we doing? Like, I mean, I get it, but why aren't we there yet? But then on the other hand,
I think it's 10 episodes, Mystery.
Yeah, I think it's 10.
I remember right.
But then you have like Mando, and each episode is an adventure. There's an overarching story going on. But each week is its own little mini adventure, and it's like, oh, what are we going to see Mando and Grogu get into this week? But people like that, and I love it. And we're watching this cool story arc that's coming, and we've got Ahsoka coming up soon. God, we got to do a whole Star Wars episode just getting ready for Ahsoka. Because
Ahsoka should be good. Filoni's been all over it. So
The-
I love Favreau, and Mandalorian's been great, but you need Filoni too.
the cast that they have announced, they've announced all the main characters, and they announced Thrawn. We are going to get to see Grand Admiral Thrawn in Ahsoka, which I've been predicting that for 2 years now.
Yeah, a long time. Did
Yeah.
they say who it was?
Oh man. All right. Episode 100, and it's hour and a half into live stream or to live
You
googling.
gotta Google it.
Uh,
Is Thrawn gonna be in Ahsoka? That's not what I fucking asked.
Ahsoka Thrawn actor. I recognize his name as soon as I say. Yeah, Lars
Mikkelsen.
Yeah,
that's right.
he's the-
okay.
He was also the voice actor for Thrawn in Rebels, so it's the same guy.
He's been in a ton of shit. He's really good. That'll be pretty good.
Oh man. Oh. God,
That'd be good.
I cannot wait. It's killing me.
Yeah.
I've waited 25 years to see Thrawn on TV, like a live action Thrawn. Oh, God, I just can't wait.
Yeah.
I could talk about it for hours.
I don't know if this made it in the interview either. We were trying to talk about how our struggles as Pigs Pod to grow his numbers. Yeah, you and Rob talked about it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, it's really hard to be politically incorrect and do and talk about the things we talk about. There's
Yeah.
a difference between us and Podtacular. Podtacular is advertiser friendly.
Right.
Speaking of, we got to play our next ad too. We're not going to get paid. We'll play it here in a second. I
Yeah,
promise.
we'll get to that in a second.
advertisers.
Yeah.
They're family friendly and advertiser friendly. Don't really swear. Sometimes, occasionally an F-bomb or a shit or something might end up in there, but they don't talk about, they don't have an hour and a half discussion about how Master Chief Soup would jerk him off
I think
to relieve the tension.
I think that was the Master Beta episode.
Is it?
I think that's what we talked about in the Master Beta episode.
Well, it was such a good conversation, but yeah,
but no,
so-
you're 100% right, and that's something that's always going to. That's either going to always keep us under the radar. We're never going to grow beyond, maybe a
I think
couple.
once we just have to find the right audience.
Well, honestly, I mean, we've got a great group of people that show up every week, for our streams, and we're doing great in our downloads, and I'm reaching out and getting new audience on YouTube, but I don't think we'll ever expand beyond a couple hundred followers at best.
Yeah,
And-
that's still fine.
No,
Have a
and that's
nice little
fine.
Community.
And I mean, for me, and I've said this for years, and I'll continue to say it. It's not that I don't like the community, so don't take it like this. But I don't do this for the community. It's never been a thing for me. I've said this time and time again. I create content that I would want to listen to if I wasn't creating it.
Yeah,
And that's it. And if other people want to listen to it, other people want to laugh and be a part of it, it makes it even that much more special. But
well,
if
we've never really done this for the numbers. That's
No.
why we've had a year and a half breaks, because we're like we're busy, we're not really having fun doing it. And-
sometimes we just lose. Sometimes we lose that drive, that spark.
The spark.
Yeah.
And so then we just quit for a while, and then we go, why aren't we doing any more episodes? And then we'll do some more again.
But no, I think this run that we've been on this particular run here that we've done, I had it looked up. It was like 40 weeks, give or take.
In a row?
Yeah, pretty close to in a row. I think we've taken like a week or two here and there because of life or whatever. But the regular consistency for us has been about 40 weeks. So we've pretty much doubled our episode library just by staying consistent this run.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love what we do. I love doing this. It is the highlight of my week, and spending more time trying to grow the community and community outreach, like what we're doing, like what you're doing with the website and doing stuff on YouTube and running the show through Twitch and whatnot. I've found even more passion for it, and I enjoy it that much more. And
It's so fun creating something, and like I want to experiment with. Man, it's so hard for the next couple months. I don't know if I'll have the time. Once I've transitioned into a new career and I'm not doing my regular, pay the bills work and then coming home and trying to learn and transition into a career and trying to do gaming and a podcast. Once I've actually have just the normal job and then I have the night times to do stuff, I want to, experiment with doing short form content and the YouTube shorts and the TikTok and the gaming clips and like do the streaming and maybe movie nights and community nights and do all that fun stuff just because it is fun. It's fucking a good time.
I'm slowly trying to like go back through some of our back catalog of stuff and pull some of our clips out and post them on TikTok. It's a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. So I really have to I was like, oh yeah, I'm sure I could just pull an episode out and find like 2 or 3 pieces of content that would be perfect for TikTok. And then I get to it and I'm like, oh man, the way the cadence of our conversations go, it doesn't always kind of work for that, 35, 40 second, clip. But we'll get better at it, and I'll get better at it, and we'll find more stuff. But
it's just fun. I like making stuff that makes me laugh.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Speaking of making us laugh, we need to play our ad.
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead.
Pigs Pod is supported by HSBC Bank. Did you know you can get up to $700 when you start banking with HSBC Plus? You could pay no monthly banking fees. I mean, as long as you don't count those overdraft fees, the walking into the exit fees, the talking too loud in the lobby fees, and every other bullshit fee banks charge you. Here at Pigs Pod, we believe in freedom of finances. Feel free to waste your finances at any bank you think is good. It's fine. Do whatever you want, compadre. As long as you don't listen to Podtacular, we don't care what you do with your life. But of course, terms and conditions apply. Don't forget to read the fine print before you make any financial decisions. And don't forget to subscribe to Pigspod and visit pigspod.com.
All right. Well, thank you, HSBC Bank, for that wonderful ad.
Yeah, shout out HSBC Bank.
Yeah, we don't make these guys. They send them to us like this. So
yep. I hadn't even heard that one. So yeah, that one was brand new for me.
That's a brand new ad. That's hot off the presses. So
well, do you want to transition into creams of the week?
Yeah. Oh,
unless you got something else you wanted to share.
God, I got so scared for a second.
What?
I was like, is Fred here or is Craig here?
Well, at least now that we're doing this, you can always rip the audio off the VOD, so it'll be fine.
Oh, my God. I was like, no, wait. Is Craig here? Motherfucker. Speaking of Fred, like, I'm in the middle of, when I get time, I don't know if it'll be this week or I have so much other stuff going on. Fred, you might be replaced. Anyways, I might be coding a custom bot that'll be better than Fred.
I mean, anything might be better than Fred.
Yeah, fucking, I don't know. It's just, all right. We have more ads we need to play, and Fred's such a pain in the ass. You heard it earlier. We almost didn't get paid by the advertisers for that second ad that we played. Jesus Christ. But luckily, he's here, and yeah, okay. Craig's here. Yeah, maybe we transition into Cream of the Week.
Do you want to go first or second?
You go ahead.
Okay.
I have something in mind, but I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, you go ahead.
All right. So I'm going to do, like I said, I have like 1 and a 2, like maybe 1.5, like low hanging fruit. First off, my easy cream of the week is the amount of time we spent prepping and getting ready for episode 100. That has been so much fun this week, and going through and getting everything ready and just, sitting here going, hey, we're going to put out our 100th episode. That's like my low-hanging fruit cream of the week.
Yeah.
Don't
get used to it, fellas. There's not going to be this much work and this much fancy shit on every episode.
Nope. There'll be one more fancy preparation for next week to finish out our audio interviews. But episode 102 is going to be back to, what are we doing this week? At texting Oreo at 7:00 on a Sunday night. If I text him, if I even text him at all.
Normally you don't. You just kind of hop in here and wait for me to show up.
Well, there for a long time. I would message you like during the day, earlier in the day, like when I was at work, like, "Hey, what do you want to talk about tonight?" And you're like, "Oh, I was thinking about this, that, or whatever." And now it's like, "Fuck it, we'll figure it out when we get there."
Yeah.
So my second cream of the week is, like I think I alluded to it earlier. I've gone back to playing Destiny, and it's the other toxic relationship that I have. But right now, Destiny's treating me really good. Maybe Destiny has changed. I feel that maybe I could leave my makeup at Destiny's house now, and maybe kind of ease myself back into.
You left your toothbrush over there?
Well, no, not
stayed the night.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm going to. I'm going to casually maybe leave behind maybe some underwear and be like, oh, can't believe I did that.
I hope you're wearing protection. You haven't been hitting Destiny Raw, have you?
Well, I kind of did. The last night and this morning was a little bit of a raw dogging. One of the
You're gonna catch it. You're gonna catch the bug.
Yeah, I probably will. So, like I said, the main reason why I was going back to Destiny 2 was because of the legacy raids. For Vault of Glass, and they have King's Fall, and supposedly sometime soon they're going to do Wrath of the Machine. So, I went back. I can hear that.
They just sent me another ad. I was like, what is this?
So I had been gaming with Switch and Riker this earlier in the week playing Destiny. And then last night, or yesterday, pretty much all day I played yesterday. And I was like, hey, I would really like to do the Vault of Glass raid. Would you guys like to do it with me? And they're like, no, not really. I'm like, it's the whole reason why I'm here, guys. Like, I came back to Destiny to play Vault of Glass. So after I finished gaming with them, I think they called it a night, went to bed, whatever. I went to the Bungie the Looking for Group, the LFG page or website, and found a group that was running. They were about halfway through the raid and was looking for somebody. So I was like, I sent them a message and I was like, hey, I've run Destiny 1 version of Vault of Glass hundreds and hundreds of times, but I've not done this updated, because they made some changes to the raid. It's just basic.
Vault of Glass?
Yeah, well, it's just basic mechanics. I'll get to that. I'll get that in a second.
Okay.
It's not. It doesn't change it doesn't change the story or the outcome of the raid, but they added some new mechanics that I actually really, really like. So I was like, hey, if you can just kind of give me the condensed Reader's Digest version of what I need to do, it should be good. And so I went through it, and we got to the Atheon encounter, which is at the end, and the Atheon encounter at the end is somewhat different than what it was originally, and different for the better, I think. But we beat it, and I was like, man, this was actually a lot of fun, but I still hadn't played the beginning. So the wife had to go to work this morning early, and I got up with her, and I was like, you know what? Maybe there'll be some people on, doing the Vault of Glass. Maybe I can find somebody. So I sat on my phone for like 30 minutes this morning, just like refreshing the LFG page, and until I finally found somebody posted, oh, we're gonna do a Vault of Glass run for fun. I'm like, I'm in. That's exactly what I'm looking for. So I join in, and it's literally like 4 Scottish guys and me and another American. And it was some of the most fun I've ever had doing a raid, because they all knew each other and they were bitching at each other, and it was all, with that heavy, thick Scottish accent, and it was so much fun. But yeah, they changed the raid. The first encounter at the plates is the same. The trekking down to get to the Templar area is a little bit different. There's a chest that's not the chest that you drop down and pick up is in a different location. Oracles is, remember when you had to shoot the oracles and you well, the way they work now is back in D1 you could shoot them as they popped up. Now they pop up twice in a specific order, and then
so you have to
shoot.
look around.
Yeah, you have to shoot them in order. So there's the team communication is much higher. Which I thought that was really cool. I kind of muddled through that part because I was like, I don't know where the locations are. But they knew what they were doing. So I was like, I'll just shoot ads. I'll be fine.
Are they yelling at you? What are you doing?
No, they were actually really nice because I was running a healer warlock. So when it came time to shoot Templar, I was just popping wells and playing healer, and we got through that part pretty easily. Gorgons was a lot of fun. The going through the maze and not trying to get seen by the Gorgons. The chest, the exotic chest that usually sits back in the right corner, it's a little bit different to get it. That door's closed, and you have to find some boxes and shoot them kind of covertly in the maze to get that door to open, which was pretty cool. And then when you get, basically everything else is the same until you get to Atheon. And when you remember you had like half the team would get pulled into either Mars or Venus.
Yeah.
But when that happens, on the outside, in the room with Atheon, those oracles, the oracles that you shoot in the portals, will also show up outside near Atheon, and they show up in a certain order. So someone on the outside has to read the order.
Has to shoot?
Well, no, they don't shoot. They just
they read the order,
and it shows up. Yeah, and it shows up on the inside of the portal, and they have to shoot it, but they have to shoot the order that they show up on the outside. So now it's even more communication. And we struggled there a little bit with getting because there's a couple of people that hadn't done it, so there was a little bit of miscommunication and just trying to get people to understand it. But once everybody kind of had a grip on it, we powered through it pretty quickly. But it felt really good. I was like, man, this is why I played Destiny. This was the raid that I loved. I loved doing it. I loved taking people through it. I loved every aspect of it. So yeah, I'm gonna run the Vault of Glass raid a couple times a week now, and it's actually really cool. They do like a rotating raid of the week type deal, and in D1 you could run the raid as many times as you want, but you only got drops out of it for the first time you ran through it. When they do their I don't know what it's called, but it's like raid of the week. Whatever that raid
of the week.
Yeah, basically whatever raid is for that week. You can continually get drops out of it no matter how many times you run through it.
Oh, so everyone's doing that one?
Yeah, so everyone's doing that one. So
are all the other ones still the first one?
Yeah, all the other raids are still, you do the once through, and that's when you get drops. But there's a bunch of raids now. I mean, there's like 6 or 7 raids. I haven't done any of the new ones yet. I'm gonna try to get to the latest one later in the week. I'm gonna have to find a group that'll carry me through it because I have no idea. But I want to do Vault of Glass next week. Next week, Vault of Glass is the raid of the week, so you'll be able to run through it a lot. But I want to do Vault of Glass. I want to do King's Fall, which was the one of the other D1 raids.
That's that one. I don't think I've ever finished the King's Fall. See, my problem is I've had 98% of my raid experience has been fail.
Yeah.
Finally, we passed that part. Fail.
Well, that's raiding.
Finally, we passed that part.
Yeah.
Fail. And then we're 8 hours in, and then everyone starts getting off, and it's like, we're not even fucking done. You just spent 8 hours to not even finish?
Yeah. Well,
and then we never finish, and then it just makes me not want to ever do it again because we spent 8 hours and we didn't even do it.
That's why I'm learning Vault of Glass so I can start leaning on people, because I know Mystery said he was going to download it and he'd play through it, and I think Smokey made a mention of it, and I think you had talked about it too. Is maybe we can get all of our old hats together, and those of us that we know each other, we play together, so it's not, if we end up struggling for a while, at least we're struggling and having fun and talking to our friends and whatnot.
Yeah,
but
that might be that was probably part of the big reason, because the only time I remember having a good time raiding is while Sammy was in the background eating fucking cereal, arguing on the phone with his fucking girlfriend, his baby mama.
Yeah, I remember that. That was in the Crota raid.
That was fine when like we're failing over and over again, and you hear like his spoon hit the side of the bowl, and then he's like, "Hang on, guys, my girlfriend, fucking God." But like then we joined some, and like the LFG thing was way different back then.
Yeah.
Like it was fucking awful, and it wasn't as easy to find people, and like man, it's so fucking just like not very cool people, and you're like, this, all right, let's go, fucking.
Yeah.
Is it okay? Are you gonna carry us through this? Fucking you idiots! And like,
Right.
it's not a
Right.
good time. So yeah. I've already downloaded it.
Well, the great thing
just-
the great thing about Destiny 2 right now is if you want to play the in-game content, especially the PvE, the old in-game content up until this current expansion, you can download the game and just start playing it. You don't have to worry about leveling up and building armor sets and all that. You can just walk in and start playing it, which is great. The only things that you have to have, some build up for to do in-game content is the new stuff. So the new raid, you have to be, you have to be leveled up. The new strikes, you have to be leveled up. So you want to do trials, you have to be 100% leveled up. But that's the way old trials was too. Like you could go in at any light level, but it was, there was no light level restrictions. So if you were, I don't know, whatever the number, like now it's 1800. You can go in at 1650, 1680, but
and try.
You can try, and I've noticed that there's trials. Trials is no longer you have to have a match made pre-generated group of 3. You can go in, and it'll match make for you. They'll do that, and then they do it. Trials is on the weekends like always, and then every so often, I think like once a month, they like trials is like the PvP of the week thing, like the raid stuff. And the way trials works is you can't go into trials with a match made group or with a pre-made group. You have to go in by yourself, and they're going to match make you with other solo players, and you're going to play against other solo groups. Like every team that you face will be three randoms on a team, just like your 3 randoms on a team. So you're not going to get steamrolled by these really, really good teams, and you like be by yourself, stuff like that. But
yeah, so it tries to, if there's randoms,
right,
them on both teams. So
yeah,
you're not fucking
the
facing some sweaty streamer 3 stack that's gonna fucking steamroll you.
And that part of trial still has its own corner. You can still 3 stack and go into the other version of trials, but the drops are the same. Everything's the same. It's just that, you don't have to worry about, like, if you're the only guy that likes to play PvP in your friend group, you can still go and play trials and not have to worry about getting 3 stack sweated, which I think is really cool. The guns and the armor that's coming out of trials right now are really, really cool, and they're really nice. But all of the problems, I won't say all, 97.5% of the problems that we bitched about with Destiny and with late Destiny 1, early Destiny 2, I swear, we've said for years that 343 and Microsoft, they listen, but they've shadow banned us.
Yeah.
Bungie
listening?
Bungie has listened to us, and they fixed all.
Write that down.
But they fixed so many of my issues, and I want to play Destiny. Like, I really want to sit and play it because it's fun again. Like, they made Destiny great again. So yeah, I would love for everybody, maybe next weekend, maybe we could do a Pigs Pod game night, play some Destiny, because I'm going to run raids regardless of whether people are there or not. But if other people want to play, I'm absolutely going to play Destiny, because I'm only going to play it on the weekends because I don't want to time sync during the week, because I'll get sucked into it and it just never ends well. But yeah, no, that's
how they get you.
But as you can tell, that's definitely my cream of the week. I've really been feeling it, having a lot of fun. So I can't wait to play.
Well, I haven't downloaded and updated, but I also, after my talk with Typo, he convinced me to reinstall Halo. I reinstalled it, and I
Ew.
turned it on. I started it right, and I can't even remember what it was. Something immediately made me go, no, and I turned it off. I can't remember what it was.
Almost
I think
got
it was
you.
something. I think it was something in the store, and I was like, 800, fuck you, and I was like, I turned it off. I was upset.
Almost got you. I love it.
Almost got me. And then so yeah, I have them. I just I like using bandwidth and downloaded fucking 800 gig games and then never playing it. So it's a good time.
Fuck you, Al Gore. It's just not good. I won't do it. I flat out I refuse. I will not do it. It's gonna take all of my. If and when Halo 6 comes out or whatever the next version of Halo is, it's going to take all of my effort, all of my energy, all of my willpower. But I'm not going to buy Halo at release. Not going to do it.
Oh, the next one, you
Yeah.
mean? Whenever the fuck in 18 years.
Yeah. I mean, I might
when we released episode 200.
I mean, I may come back and try it just because, I'm stupid, but I refuse to buy it at release. I won't do it. I will not support them at release. I will not give them money for not even half-assed, a quarter-assed finished game. So, refuse. Anyway, what's your cream of the week?
Man, I'm okay. I thought I was going to do one, and then I'm like, well, I don't know if that's a cream of the week. And then I was like, I'm going to do this other one, and then I'm like, eh. So I think my cream of the week is going to be, I was going to say this anime that I was watching, but I decided not to. I think my cream of the week is going to be rehashing and reconnecting with old friends. Whether it be through interviewing, whether it be, I always called him my brother when I was growing up, a friend that I was basically at their house all the fucking time. I don't know if you had that friend, but where you,
oh yeah,
maybe I assume everyone had that one friend that was your best fucking friend, and you were always at their house.
Mm-hmm.
But I literally was there all the fucking time. I'd barely go back to my house at all. I'd stay there, spend the night there, shower there, fucking I'd move in. Like you've done with Destiny. You left her clothes over there, your toothbrush is there.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing that at their house. I'd call his mom my mom. I'd call him my brother.
Oh yeah.
I've been talking to him a lot more lately, and then just reconnecting with Matt and Typographic have been fucking amazing. I think for the Typographic one, I'll try to go through and pick some more stuff out. Man, I really wish I picked more out of the Matt one. That was such a terrible clip. You really need to listen to the Matt episode. It's so fucking good. Like Matt's amazing. I'm not trying to downplay the when I talked with Typo either, but just you need to listen to both of them. But yeah, just reconnecting with people and it's been hitting me so hard. He tricked me downloading Halo. You tricked me download Destiny. Like I'm trying to find time and figure out what days and everything, because as much of a time crunch as I'm on, I still want to spend at least a couple hours a week. Maybe it won't be a couple hours every day like it used to be back in our heyday, but at least maybe on the weekends or something. Do some gaming nights or this and that. I long for those nights of. That's why we were talking earlier. I long for the custom game nights and shit on Halo.
Yeah.
I even if it was Halo Infinite, if there were some good customs and we can get some cool people in there, but I just don't think there's any cool customs in Infinite. Maybe prove me wrong. I don't know. But maybe we need to go back and play Reach or Halo 5. Did Halo 5 any good customs either? I can't remember.
Now, Reach will always have the best customs.
Yeah. I know Halo 3 had a shit ton of really good ones, but yeah, Reach had so much. Reach was like the peak for freaking good customs. Maybe we need to go back and play some Reach with Mystery or something. I don't know.
I'm about it.
But yeah, whether we play Overwatch or Destiny or whatever the fuck, I do miss some good PvP. Destiny was so fun back in the day.
It's still pretty good. Like I've been like every day. There's all the responsibilities and stuff.
Yeah.
Or really, it's weekly now. I was doing some of the PvP stuff, just regular Crucible stuff. The 3v3 non-competitive, the 6v6, playlists and whatnot. It's still a lot of fun. The gunplay is still good. Working out and trying to find that perfect gun for that perfect roll. It's not as tedious as it used to be, but it's still really good. They've done a better job in balancing the guns, where if you don't like to play pulse rifles, you don't really have to play one. If you like auto rifles, just play the auto rifles. If you like scouts or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's really nice. Even though they've got like 500 or 600 weapons out there that they have to balance, they're doing a pretty decent job balancing them.
Yeah. Well, I assume the best way they do that is they have like 20 to pick from, and they go, all right, this gun is this archetype, and then they just customize it beyond that. But I don't know. Who knows how they do it?
Right.
Yeah, I know. We got to play our other ad.
Yeah.
Should we play our other ad?
Yeah, we should do that one, and then maybe we could wrap it up for the night.
Yeah. Let me see how to get fucking Fred to do his job here. How do we get Fred to... All right. Another ad break, people. Sorry, we got bills to pay.
Are you tired of constantly feeling stressed and anxious? Do you find yourself struggling to relax and unwind after a long day? Introducing Pig's Pod, the all-natural stress relief supplement that will help you find your inner peace. Pig's Pod is made with a unique blend of natural laughs and random tangents that have been scientifically proven to reduce stress and anxiety, promote laughing, and improve your overall sense of humor. And unlike other stress relief supplements that can leave you feeling groggy or unfocused, Pig's Pod is designed to give you a clear and thoughtless mind so you can tackle the challenges of the day with ease. So if you're ready to say fuck you to life and fuck off to your stress, head on over to pigspod.com and use promo code I'm a Piggy, hear me oink to get 10% off your first podcast episode.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We appreciate that. So sweet.
Make sure you use I'm a Piggy, hear me oink over at Pigspod.
Oh, that's good. So let's try really hard to not take 10 years to get to episode 200. I know.
Try so hard.
Yeah, maybe we can do episode 200 in like say 7 years. I feel like I think that's more reasonable.
Fucking let's see, what if you do 50 a year, let's say we miss 2 during a year. You do 50 a year, so that's 2 years.
Right.
We're in 2025.
Well, I mean that would be all right.
That's if we don't miss any. 2025 for episode 200.
That wouldn't be too bad.
How the fuck does Podtacular on 855?
Honestly, if you look at the length of their shows, they're like 30 minutes, 20 minutes. They probably they're so short that it's a lot easier to sit and find time to do 20-minute recording. Like, okay, we're going to read the Halo waypoint, and here we go. Today's update was a 7 gig environmental repair update. All right, thanks for listening.
And I pushed download while I was at work, and when I got home, it still wasn't done. It was very sad and unfortunate. But did you see at the bottom of the weekly update that they're...
What? I'm sorry?
I'm sorry, I pulled a Rob there, fuck. Man, I'm so glad that we're getting our own advertisers, because we're never gonna be in good with 343 and Microsoft. They're gonna be, how dare you make fun of our... That's our baby. That's the official Halo podcast. You guys aren't shit.
Just audible shudders.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
I wonder if we can get Duststorm on an episode. Should we get him on episode 200?
my God. If we can do, all right, I'll tell you what. If we can do episode 200 in less than 3 years, we'll
Yeah.
go after Duststorm.
The funny part is Duststorm's not really the problem. It's Godzilla Todd.
I don't even know who that is. That's how long it's been.
He's not a problem. He's just his voice is. He's the monotonous like.
Who's the other one?
Come on, Beowulf.
Beowulf. Yeah. When I was listening to it, it was just Duststorm and Beowulf.
Oh, as long as I can remember, it was Duststorm and Godzilla Todd, and Beowulf would be on like every other episode.
I don't remember. I just know that the majority of the ones that I'm sure the ones that I listened to was just him and Beowulf. I'm almost positive of it.
No, Duststorm's really cool, and
Yeah.
he at least
He's a
tries
good
to
dude.
keep the passion alive. But then you got Godzilla Todd comes in and goes, "Well, I pretty sure that if they happen to do that, and then when the thing went to the live, and I was doing my taxes last week, and on box 10, I put too many zeros, so I had to call my accountant." And yeah, I don't, whatever. I mean, if you listen to that, good for you. Like, whatever. we should probably plan something for 150 too.
Yeah.
Not 152, 150 also.
No, let's just do it on 152.
Yeah, 152. Isn't that what the max rank for Halo 5? That they tricked everyone into getting, and then they gave you a bullshit skin that then you could buy a week into Halo Infinite. And the one that you could buy looked way better, but yeah, I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't know. It's been crazy. Last 8, 9, 10 years, whatever the fuck it's been. 100 episodes.
100 episodes.
Think of that. What are we have to average.
The 117's a good idea.
Oh, we could. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're going to try and do a lot more guests, and we're going to try and do a lot more community stuff from now on. I'm going to be changing up the season in the way that it pulls on iTunes and Spotify. I have no idea how that works. We've been on season 3 for a while now. We're going to be on season 4 now. I don't know if it shows or not, but when I upload the episodes, I'm going to change. It'll be on season 4 for however many fucking parts to episode 100 there are. Who knows? But what was I going to say?
Next week we're going to have the second half of our interviews. We'll have the mystery interview and the typo interview there. Mystery. That's a great idea. I think we should do an all Halo episode of on episode 117.
Oh yeah.
And we'll get mystery in, and maybe one or so other like real Halo fanatics, and we'll do an all Halo, and try to keep it as like positive as possible.
Yeah.
Even though it won't. Yeah. Even though we won't. But
maybe we'll maybe we can start the episode and go, all right, we can role play it. All right, you're in a world where Halo Infinite doesn't exist.
and Halo 5 was good.
And Halo reaches the last episode.
Oh, there we go.
The last Halo that's come out.
Yeah.
And it's still going now. They've reskinned it, but it's still... I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say. You think we've done 100 episodes. What do we average? It's got to be like 2 hours, right? Because we've had some that are like an hour and a half, but we've had some that are like 3 hours.
I think like an hour and 45 minutes, I think, is probably our average.
So you think that times 100 episodes, what is that? I'm trying to think if I should use Pigsbot or try and
1,600.
Let's see if Pigsbot will tell me. And 100 an hour and 45 converts to 105 minutes. Nope. That's what he's saying. An hour and 45 converts to 105. So therefore, 100 by 105 is equal to 10,000. So we have 10,000 hours of audio out there.
No, 10,000 minutes of audio out there.
10,000 hours.
Yeah, let's do that.
What is that in minutes? Hold on. Or, that is in minutes.
That is in
Fuck,
minutes.
What is that in hours?
What is that in
God damn
hours,
it.
Pig Spot? You're really bad at this.
Damn it.
But yeah, no, it's still quite a bit of. Yeah, we're looking like 250 to 300 hours.
He didn't even fucking answer because he's like, "Are you fucking idiot? That isn't minutes. What is that in hours? Sorry." Now he'll answer me. The answer is 1.75. No.
Oh, yeah, 1.75 times 100.
So 175 hours?
Yeah. Ish. And this is not.
Damn it,
this
Pig
is
Spot.
This is not the politically incorrect mathematicians podcast. I can tell you that much right fucking now.
God damn it, Pig Spot.
But yeah, so I think this has been a good episode 100. This has been awesome. Thank you, Oreo. I've had a lot of fun these last 100 episodes.
Last 175 hours?
Yeah, ish.
You think by episode 117 we'll be over 200 hours?
Yeah, should be.
That's in 15 episodes at least, yeah.
That's roughly 30
be
hours
well
of content, yeah.
Yeah, we'll be well over 200 hours. That's a lot. Fuck. I'm trying to think of. I feel like you know when you walk into another room and you're like, wait a minute, no, I got my phone, I got my keys. What the fuck?
Mine is to
You
remember
just
my
kinda
glasses.
Forget what you were doing. Oh yeah, your glasses.
Because I don't
Can't see without his glasses.
Oh God, no! Don't do that. I don't wear my glasses in the house because my what is it when you can't see far away? Is that nearsighted?
Nearsighted?
Because it's like
I
the
don't know.
opposite.
What's the difference? Farsighted is when you can see far, or you can't see far.
Yes, yeah. If you're nearsighted, you have issues seeing things far away. I believe.
Oh, let's ask Pig Spot.
Well, we'll ask Pig Spot. But I don't wear my glasses in the house because I don't need them. I only need them for when I'm driving and stuff like that. Let's see what he says.
Farsighted is a condition where a person sees objects more clearly at a distance than up close. Okay, so when you're farsighted, you can sight far. You're farsighted.
Okay.
Hyperopia.
Sure, but yeah, no, that's my thing. Is I have issues. I have issues beyond maybe 70.
So
50
you're
to 75
nearsighted.
yards. Yeah, sure. But. So I don't wear my glasses around the house. So that's my number one thing is remembering to leave with my glasses, because I'll always remember that I forgot my glasses about 5 or 6 minutes after I leave for work, and then I have to do I want to turn around and get them or just want to have a headache all day? I guess I'll just have a headache all day. But I haven't been wearing glasses that long. I've only been wearing glasses almost 3 years. I was very late to the game of glasses. But I probably should have had glasses for about the last 10 years. But I was poor and didn't have vision insurance. So, yeah, America. So now, yeah. So, anyway, what did you remember what you forgot?
No.
No? Oh, well, let's just end it there then. If you remember, you can post it up in the Pig Pen on Discord. And if you're listening to this and you are not a part of the Pig's Pen on the Discord, you need to be, so you can remember, or you can hear about what Oreo remembers in 2 or 3 hours, because we're old and we forget shit.
Oh, that was Fred. What the fuck?
Got nervous there for a second.
Why did Fred leave?
He goes inactive and he leaves. That was something that I learned.
Yeah, but we just had him play our ad not even that long ago.
Well, get him back here, and we'll do one more ad, and we'll wrap it up.
All right, yeah, we got bills to pay. All right, so how do I get him back here? God damn it, Fred.
There he is.
We're getting paid this week. Fred's not.
So we will end this episode on one of our ads. So thank you for everyone that's been in the chat. Thank you, Rabble. Thank you, Mystery. J Rock was here. Philk was here. I know.
J-Rock, Mrs.
Mokey. Spawnblaze TV. He gave us a follow. You should go slap a follow back for him. and show our gratitude as he is now part of the politically incorrect gamers community. We appreciate that. And anybody else that's in the chat that wants to slap that follow button, we're striving to 100 followers. That's our goal. So anyway, Oreo, happy 100.
Happy 100 birthday!
Yay!
Yeah, other than that, fuck. Just play an ad.
Play an ad.
If you're a gamer, you need to check out the Pigspod Gaming Podcast. We're not your typical gaming podcast. We're the best damn gaming podcast. Our unique blend of politics and gaming makes for a hilarious and entertaining show. Whether you're into console or PC, we've got you covered. Join us every week for a good time. Listen now at facebook.com/pigspodgamingpodcast.
Oh, fuck.
That's
No.
facebook.com/pigspodgamingpodcast.
Nope.
If you're tired of the same old gaming
Not
podcasts, it's time to wake up and smell the Pigspod. While Podtacular may be sleepy, Pigspod is the best gaming podcast on the internet. We're sometimes political, sometimes gaming, but always incorrect. So listen today at pigspod.com and join
There
the
you
herd.
go. Join
Pigspod.com.
the herd.
Looking for a podcast that's all squeals and no wanks? Look no further than pigspod.com, the podcast that's sometimes political, sometimes gaming, and always incorrect. Listen every Monday and tune into our Twitch every Sunday. We're funny as hell and we cover it all. So find us everywhere and visit pigspod.com today. That's pigspod.com. If you're tired of Podtacular being boring, sleepy, and just plain stupid, then Pigspod is for you. We're funny, we're entertaining, and we're always incorrect. Listen to our podcast every Monday and tune into our Twitch on Sundays. We cover everything from politics to gaming and everything in between. Visit pigspod.com today and join the fun.
Did she have a
Pigspod.
stroke?
Sometimes political, sometimes gaming, always incorrect.
If you hate stressful meal planning, then you'll love this episode's sponsor, HelloFresh. You can enjoy cooking a meal and getting it on the table in roughly 30 minutes. HelloFresh offers 23+ recipes each week. The only problem is HelloFresh is overpriced garbage. That's right. You could save more buying the full ingredients and making it yourself. The exact thing they say they fix. Don't be an idiot and buy HelloFresh because it sucks. But you know what doesn't suck? Pigspod Gaming Podcast. Our hosts, Oreo and Q-Stick, are passionate gamers who live and breathe the latest in gaming news. And they're always ready to share their insights and opinions. We aren't afraid to tell it like it is. Don't settle for trash like HelloFresh and Podtacular. Tune into our live stream every Sunday and listen to our audio podcast every Monday. Visit pigspod.com for more info. pigspod.com.
Oh, God. Good mood, good food. Hello Fresh.
I forgot about that one. I forgot.
If you're a gamer,
Hold
you
on, I
need
wanna-
to check
I wanna
out.
listen
If
to
you're
that
tired
again.
of the same old gaming podcasts,
Hold on.
it's time to wake up and smell the Pigspod.
All right, here we
Looking
go.
for
Here
a
it is again.
podcast that's all squeals and no wanks? Look no further than pigspod.com, the podcast that's sometimes political, sometimes gaming, and always incorrect. Listen every Monday and tune into our Twitch every Sunday. We're funny as hell and we cover it all. So find us everywhere and visit pigspod.com today. That's pigspod.com. If you're tired of Podtacular being boring, sleepy, and just plain stupid, then Pigspod is for you.
That's PIGs.
God. All right. All right. Bye, Oreo.
Fuck. Mikey.
Oh, my God.
PIG?